All right, welcome to Kilgallon's Pub. This is comedian Joe Kilgallon, and this is the podcast where I like to sit back and have some drinks with people and recreate that bar conversation we all know and love. We're live streaming on Facebook, so you could chat with us if you'd like. Also, give the podcast a follow on Instagram. That's at Kilgallon's Pub. Twitter as well. I'm at Joe Kilgallon on everything. Big shout out to all the listeners. We're getting a lot of great feedback lately. I'm excited for today's podcast because I got one of the rising stars of the Chicago comedy scene. I've got Michael Robinson. How are you, my man?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me, Joe.
Dude, this is great. And we've got some really fun stuff to talk about. Not fun, really, but some
shit.
Some crazy shit.
Yeah.
More interesting. I don't know why I use the word fun because it's not really fun. Although I look like a bitch during one part of the story, we can tell. But yeah, man, let me ask you this. Your middle name on Facebook.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce that?
It's Njuguna.
Yes, but you go by Michael Robinson.
I go by Michael Robinson for one reason. Just like it's hard to pronounce. So on stage, it's been butchered. When I first started,
Did you go by the full name?
I went by just the name. So I tried to be like super African when I started. I was like, I'm gonna stand with this shit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be African on stage, and then they kept butchering it when I came up north. So I was like, fuck.
That a lot of people do that.
So I just switched it up. Robinson sounds better too. It's like it's an easier flow.
You know what? Here's the thing. It's easier to remember.
Yes.
So I feel like when people see you, like if someone sees you at the Laugh Factory, it's like, oh, that guy crushed. What was his name? Michael Robinson. Boom, got that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wish my name was a little bit more because Kilgallon. I have people come up to me and they'll be like, wait, what's your last name again? I go, Kilgallon. And they go, and I go, it's really easy to pronounce. It's easy as hell to spell. You just heard more than one syllable, and so you're weird about it.
Yeah.
You know, some people do that, but after
it's hard. Like I mean, if you have
syllables.
and Kilgallon is an ethnic name because you're
it's Irish. Yeah, it's very
so
ethnic.
yeah, you're like white, but you're like a different white.
Yeah,
you're like you're like foreigner white, which is name's gonna be different. So I don't know. It's
easier.
It's
not Jones. It's not Smith.
Jones is
a lot of letters.
My name could have been Johnson, and it would have been just so easy just to remember. Mike Johnson.
So how do you do your real? What's your name on your birth certificate?
Michael Njuguna.
In what part of Africa? Were you born in Africa?
So yes.
I didn't know if your parents were born there and then you were born here.
So my mom and my biological father were born there. I was born there too.
And then how old were you when you came over?
I moved to Germany after. Okay, this is crazy shit.
Oh, have you ever told this? Like
I have. I mean, like some people know it, but I moved to Germany at like after I want to say like closer to 1. So I think I was 1. And then my mom went to Germany for like school. She was like trying to get into culinary shit. She just wanted to travel.
Cool.
And yeah, so I was in Germany from 1 to 7, and then from 7 to 14 to 13, I was in Kenya.
So could you speak German?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I lost all that shit, dude.
Oh, but you can't remember much of it now?
All of it. Sometimes I hate myself.
But like, so if you were on a bus and there was a couple, German
I can
tourists,
understand,
could you understand like a little bit?
I can at least say like, so I was a bellman for a long time too. So we have like German guests, and like I can say Guten Nacht. You know what I'm saying? I can hit him with the a little bit to like surprise him. I'm like, oh, this nigga is cultured. He surprises sometimes. They're like, oh shit, how does he know that?
Look, I have no desire to ever say the N-word, but in sentences like that, I'm like, damn.
I mean, it's a good tool to have.
I have my son's 1.
Batarang.
My son's 1. He'll be 2 soon. It'd be nice if he could grow up in a future where it's allowed. Not that with love though. Obviously not with any hate.
Oh, don't dig yourself.
Because there are I'm about to dig myself in a hole, right? But no, come on, James. You laughed immediately when he said that. There are certain lines when I hear my black friends say it, I go, fuck, that sounds so much better.
Oh, it definitely sounds cool. But not coming from us.
Oh, no, of course not. But I wish we had a version of that. We don't. I mean, there's some good white slang. Don't get me wrong.
Well, we did have it, but then it was taken away.
Yeah.
The F word was our word for a while.
Oh, wow.
Oh, F-A-G?
Yeah.
You can't even say it.
We can't even say that anymore. No.
Even black people can. Well, black people can say it.
You can't even say it in different contexts. I did a show.
Black people can't say it. Nobody can say it.
Nobody can say that anymore. Roy Wood Jr. has one of the best jokes about that, though, because he talked about how if we can you find it and play it maybe?
Yeah. What do you want?
Roy Wood Jr. It's like an N-word joke. I can't even say it really because he talked about how there's like 12 things you can no longer call gay people. or black people, we've just been working on the N-word forever. And he goes, if we really want to eliminate the N-word, we need to start calling gay people the N-word. Like it's something like that's a really funny, smart joke that always crushes because people don't really see where he's going right away.
Yeah.
And then when he hits them with it, like, oh my God, you know, 'cause
Jesus.
you take those two like high octane words that people get a little bit like, ooh, shit around.
We get offended about those words. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I get offended maybe. It depends. You know what I mean?
Well, it depends who's saying it and how they're saying it, though, right?
I think it depends. Like,
no, I would never say it just because I have.
If you were drunk as shit, let's say you were blasted, right? Me and you hanging out on the town, and you slipped up.
Yeah.
Would you be scared that I was gonna do anything to you?
Well,
but
no,
would you
I
feel
mean,
like
I'm
I
really
would,
tough. So no, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm not like
I would beat your ass.
No, I would be more like, oh shit, I probably lost a friendship there. I think I'd be
I
more
feel
like,
that.
oh, fuck. I think I'd feel like that way. What if we're hanging out, we're both drunk, high, wasted, everything, you know?
Okay.
And a good song comes on from like the early 90s, and as I'm singing along or rapping along with it, I forget that word's there, and I kind of gloss over it. Okay. I say it a little bit, and I'm like, whoa,
you know what? Okay.
Would you really be that angry?
No, I don't think so. With songs,
right?
I'm like, okay, and we're both drunk at this point.
Yeah,
right?
It's not like it's 2 PM, and I'm.
Yeah, you're not like rapping it on a regular. Nah, I'd be like, you know what? That was a mistake.
I'm not much of a rapper anyway.
I'm bad. I'm bad. I tried.
No, dude. There's some stuff though. There's some songs I feel like I'd rap along with for a little bit.
Twister.
No, come on, man.
I did.
You had to throw that one out there.
I shot that one too hard. I was like,
it's like me saying, you know, I could fuck with the best. Peter North, could you do what he does? No, of course not. Yeah, I cannot. I'm not up there with that guy. Is he still? Does he still have the record for most syllables? He had Twister had like the Guinness Book of World Records for like most syllable. I guess they did it by syllable, which was even more.
In one song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or in one like minute, they did like a thing where who could rap the fastest. Oh yeah, definitely.
Dude.
Chicago's place in rap history, I think, definitely is understated.
I think so. Hell yes. Thank you.
Everyone always talks about East Coast, West Coast, and again, I was when I was a kid. I was talking about this earlier today. I was on a different podcast, Leah Berman's podcast, which is also part of this great pop network. You hear James Webb. He's our producer. So what's up, James?
James.
Hey, there you go. Always a lot of personality out of James today.
Yes.
And I'm just giving him shit. And we were talking about like 90s nostalgia and stuff like that. Okay. And my music upbringing, I guess, was obviously what my dad listened to, like oldies stuff. Okay. My mom liked some country, but I was never into it. It always gave me a headache. And I still to this day don't like country music. I mean, some here and there the song, but I can't. I'm not into it. Yeah, even the ones that are supposed to be like upbeat, I'm just like, play a better guitar. That sounds like we get some minor notes.
It all sounds the same most of the time.
Right? I'm not into it. And but then I had babysitters who would play like what was big, like Bone Thugs and Harmony, Salt and Pepper, like early 90s stuff. You know what I'm talking about, from like age of 8 to like 10 or 11. And then my best friend who lived across the street from me, we were at his house playing video games. I think he went into his sister's room for something. I don't even know what he's grabbing out of there. And she had like Nirvana posters all over the wall. And then I got into Nirvana. So I was like an alternative kid. That's like the stuff I liked. But I still listened to enough rap because a lot of my friends did. Okay. I always found this really weird that city kids that I knew, you know, grew up in the city of Chicago, more real blue collar. They went from loving rap when they were like in grade school to then loving country music. And it cracks me up.
Going to rock, even going to the
well, they didn't go to rock. A lot of my friends didn't go to rock the way I went to rock. They went from rap to country, and they kind of. I was one of the few. Me and like 2 other kids loved like Nirvana and Smashing Pumpkins and bands like that. And we were kind of considered the outcasts for like in those bands because they went from they're like no Tupac, country. Biggie, and then they went from Tupac to Biggie to like Toby Keith and shit. And I'm just like,
that's a hard left.
Right? It's fucked up because it was one genre of music they couldn't relate to.
Yeah.
To another genre of music they can't relate to. They're not country people. These are fucking city kids.
Oh, okay.
You don't know what a pickup truck is like on a dirt country road. You just don't. And you don't know what it's like to, you know, live in the projects.
Yeah.
So like it was too.
Or bust a gun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
shoot at the police.
Yeah, they don't shoot and their dads were cops. They have no idea. Like, they might have shot their dads if their dads were like, "Fuck you, dad." Like, you know, if they were in one of those scenarios.
The dads were cops.
I remember like playing Little League and a lot of these were good. I liked a lot of these guys as coaches, but the father-son relationship as coaches, man, that was always the funniest shit. There's this one kid who I didn't know him, but we played against his team when we were doing like traveling around the city. Mm-hmm. Every game, halfway into the game, he'd be like, "Fuck you, dad," and he'd be like, "What did you say?" And then the kid would just run to the parking lot and then like sit in the car the rest of the game.
But he was in the game?
He would be pitching. He would leave the mound mid-inning because his dad would be saying – his dad was an asshole, though. He was his dad. Like baseball is just. I hate when people take a football.
There's be that son.
Yeah, well, don't be that son, but also don't be that dad when it's like we're 12, idiot. Like,
like chill out.
I used to talk about how I went to my brother because there's a big age gap between me and my brother. I'm 13 years older than him, and he's 21. He's a junior in college, and I remember going to his little league games, and this one parent a couple of them were psychotic. The one parent said to me when I showed up a little late, he goes, "Oh, well, this is a meaningless game because they already clinched a spot in the playoffs." And I'm like, dude, they're all meaningless games. They're fucking 9. Like, what are you like? Are you keeping standings? Like, I mean, I know obviously. Look, it's exactly. What's the action coming my way? Ooh, Monticelli's pitching. He's good. He's a good pitcher. That one. Yeah.
Parents can be like that too. Like in that and like fucking anything. Like even music, acting,
grades.
Yeah,
there's always this straight A student who was like, oh my god, a B+. I'm gonna get my ass kicked. And I'm like, really? I'm getting ice cream. You're getting your ass kicked. That sucks, dude. You should
you did better than me. I got a fucking D, and I'm still about to have fun tonight.
Yeah, right, man. So you went back. So Germany from 1 to 7, then back to Kenya from 7 till
14,
and then 14 America.
Well, because I got here. I want to say 13 because I got here like when I was turning 14.
Chicago area or somewhere else?
Chicago area.
Okay, cool. What part?
I lived in Blue Island. Well, Calumet Park.
Okay,
when I first got here. And then lived in Blue Island for like.
I know there's like the border of the south side of the city.
Lived there for like a minute.
Okay, cool.
Until I just moved up north.
And Calumet City's where the Blues Brothers.
For real?
In the movie The Blues Brothers, they go to Calumet City because that was where they're like.
I was in Park, not city.
Oh, Calumet Park. City is okay. Because Calumet City's a suburb too, I guess. But Calumet Park's in the city. That's right.
That's like in the
Yeah. It's along that Lake Calumet there. That's like at the south.
Yeah, man.
It's weird, yeah.
I always feel like there's a bunch of bodies in there. I thought
probably.
About that. Yeah, probably. They thought about that a lot. Well, every time I was just walking past.
It seems like a good spot.
Yeah, no, it does.
It's not a lake. People swimming.
If you're thinking about killing anybody back there in Blue Island, in Calumet Park, guys, use that river.
I would suggest it too. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, go do it. Do your thing.
All right. So when you came over, how little English did you know?
Nah, so okay.
Oh, but you learned English in Germany and Kenya,
actually,
right?
Yeah, Kenya. So because we speak the Queen's English and shit, so I just had to like. Learn.
So you came here and realized everyone spoke a worse version of English.
So I was like, let me get stupid. So then got dumber, stopped, you know what I'm saying? Just like, it's so different though.
So you'd spell like color with a U in it?
Yep.
And favorite with a U in it? Yeah.
Yep. Bunch of U's.
We just
How would you say the letter H? Would you say H or H?
H.
Okay, yeah.
H, okay.
H.
So they do it over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
We like hard pronunciations.
Yeah.
Very
like,
hard.
We say,
and then
we
with
say
the African accent on top of it, super hard. Like it's like you're saying D.
Okay.
I'm proud.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. See, accents. I love them. I love that people. I would love to. There should be a documentary about the history of accents.
For real.
Because
that'd be nice. Fuck. Can we get somebody on that?
Because it does. Like, it's crazy that Americans came from. Well, we didn't come from, like, not everyone, obviously, because it's such a melting pot. But the beginning of the country, all the people here had mostly English ties, of course.
True.
And to go from that English accent to the way people sound in Boston, which I know has a lot of Irish influence when the Irish immigrants came over.
True.
But it's just such a difference. It's so weird. You hear New Yorkers like, "Hey, I'm fucking from New York," you know.
Yeah.
And then someone in London's like all proper and like all that kind of shit. But then they got that Cockney accent where they all sound like they're about to stab you. You know what I mean? Look, that's how they all sound to me. Even if they're not, I don't. Every word is oi. That's that. Every one of them sounds like that to me. Like, oh, you can fucking smoke a cheeky fat.
Nolan's calling you a stupid cunt on Facebook right now.
For doing this, I'm nailing this accent, fuckhead. And by the way, Nolan should be happy. I'm making fun of English people right now. This should be. He should be jerking off while I'm saying this.
Whose side are you on?
It's probably getting hard.
Nolan's probably gonna call me a skinny cunt.
I'm making fun of the limey cunts, Nolan.
I'm waiting for his comment about me pretty soon.
Yeah, Nolan. Everyone was on one of the episodes of the podcast. I can't remember which number, but he's the owner of Galway Bay Pub, which is everyone's favorite bar in Chicago.
That is so dope, bro. Many a nights I've lost my life. Actually, yeah, my incident happened as soon as I left.
See, I want to get into the incident, everybody. This is a lot of filler right now.
Yeah, let's fill it out. Let's fill it out. We got time. Right?
Well, here's something weird. I took an Uber a few weeks ago. Maybe, I don't know, this might be a weird topic of conversation, but the driver was African. He's from Nigeria.
Yeah.
And out of nowhere, he started telling us, this is me and a buddy of mine, that he I don't know, he was trying to go out of his way. No one was even talking about anything. We were all being like, he wanted to let us know that he goes, us Nigerians who were born in Nigeria were nothing like the black people born over here.
Yeah, they was trying.
It seemed like he hated African Americans.
I mean,
he made it seem like that.
I feel
and
like
we were
it's
just
a
like,
real thing.
we're not, dude. I'm like, me and my buddy were like, we're not getting involved in this. I'm like, I love everybody.
Wait,
man.
was everybody in the car?
I told him I love. Yeah, it was just me and my one friend. I go, we love everyone except Polish people. We were trying to be funny about it, but like, it's awkward for us sitting in the back and having an African man from Africa who didn't sound like he'd been here for very long.
Yeah,
at least he made it seem that way.
That's a real thing, Joe.
And he was basically just he was
it's
basically
a real
saying,
fucking thing.
And I figured I'd ask you because you could relate to both.
I'm telling you the truth. That is okay. So I found out.
So just to be clear, African, not all, but like African immigrants from Africa don't like a lot of black Americans.
I would say.
Is that fair? Not all, but
Not all. No, definitely not all.
Never all, of course not.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
it's not
there is tension or hate. I don't know what the word I'm trying to use is, but I would say tension is probably the best
I
word.
get that, though, because speak of the devil, Nolan's from Ireland, and I know he probably gets annoyed with a lot of people who look like me, who are from Chicago, who are like, oh, I'm Irish too. And it's like, or you're from here. You're not really from Ireland,
I think that's what it is too.
Yeah.
I think half of it is like.
Is that why this is going?
They feel
okay.
A lot of Africans, at least from the ones I've gotten a chance to hang out with, right? Most of them sometimes feel like they're lazy, like the same. Like it's so weird because it'll be the same shit you would think a white person to say, but it's somebody that looks like you saying that shit, which is insane because they could say the same shit about us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I hear you. Yeah, that's where it threw me and my buddy off because we're just like, why would they? I never heard that before. I didn't know that was like a thing. And then a couple other people were like, no, yeah, man, a lot of African immigrants, foreigners in general. I think
immigrants that come here like from other countries. Even Koreans are the same way to black people. Like it's the same shit, but it's weird. I think it's a weirder thing when it's like. That's another like a black. You know what I'm saying? Like a black.
He said too. He goes, "That's why they go by black now." And I'm like, "Wait, what?
What?
And what? No,
what?
I think what he was trying to say. His accent was a little tough to understand, and we weren't sober. It was an Uber late at night. He was trying to say something like in the '90s, or for a while, white people would say African Americans. I have an African American friend. Remember that?
Yeah.
And then James, you know what I'm talking about too. Back me up, so I don't feel like the weird fucking asshole over here.
Joe.
Sorry, it's always delicate when you're talking about race.
Please come in here and save me.
I'm here.
No, I'm curious about this shit because like when I had Joey V on the podcast, I was trying to why do Mexicans and Puerto Ricans hate each other so much?
Right.
I'm always kind of just curious about.
No,
that
we
shit,
don't.
right?
We don't get insight into that. We kind of just watch it happen with
Hey,
no
Oh
context.
no, of course not. But are you curious sometimes?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
why?
Wait, let me ask. Do white people have that?
Yeah, like a lot of Irish and Italians kind of have a little rivalry.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious because I know so many people who are half Irish, half Italian.
Hey, you know
like
what?
American,
I know that's true because I saw it in The Departed.
Yeah, The Departed's a great example. And then
Yeah,
Scorsese kind of writes about that. And in Goodfellas, a couple of the characters were part Irish.
Yep.
They couldn't be fully made because they had Irish blood.
Yeah,
That was a couple lines in that movie.
True.
And like I went to a Irish Catholic high school. Well, it was called St. Pat's, but a lot of the guys that were Italian, Irish, we had a lot of Polish, some Hispanic too. But the Italian and Irish kids always give each other shit. But it was always kind of friendly.
Okay.
Where a lot of the Puerto Rican and Mexican guys I know like fucking hate each other.
Like shooting guns?
Well, I mean, there's some gangs that went after each other like that. Nice. But Irish and Italian back in the day had that. I think whatever is when there's a mass immigration that comes to America, like Irish and Italian people came to America right around the same time, roughly.
Yeah.
Give or take, a couple different waves. There was one big wave in like the 1850s for Irish people, and then the next big wave was like turn of the century, 1920s, and a lot of Italians came over in the 1920s. So when organized crime was happening, like in Chicago, Capone had his like outfit,
his goons out there,
goons, and then there was like Bugs Mahone, and like there was all those Irish dudes, and the St. Valentine's Day Massacre was Irish and Italian gangs going at it.
There were a bunch of Jewish and
there was Jewish gangs too. That was more New York, had like Jewish, Irish, Italian gangs.
Okay,
the Jewish gangs, there was a few in Chicago, but it wasn't as massive as like Capone and Bugs. Like those two were like big time.
Okay,
you know?
Yeah.
And I think of it that way too with Mexican and Puerto Rican because they both kind of came here at the same time, so there was naturally a rivalry.
Yeah, I can feel that.
I think that just happens because you're new. And you're like, all right,
it's about territory.
Yes, I got to carve out my piece.
Yes, yeah, man.
It always cracks me up though. It doesn't crack me up, but it's as a comedian, I look at it thinking it's funny because everyone who's in these gangs, they take pride in being from really shitty areas. And I get it, but like, I used
Well,
to
that's all
always-
they got. It's the block.
I
man.
know. I get this is the
It's
block.
the last
like,
thing they got, bro. It's the block.
I used to joke about how
they
like
got no bank accounts.
it was like
It's the
we're the
block.
yeah, but
Futures, jobs.
they never
block.
leave. I
Yeah.
used to do a joke about how you never hear about a gangbanger going on vacation. Like you never hear, right? You never hear a guy saying, "Oh, dude, we can't do that drive by next Saturday. I'm going to the Dells, man. We got a whole thing. We got water parks, man. Could we
Because
reschedule
there's no
that?"
time in these streets for
Yeah.
vacations when you out here busting cats. You got to do your job.
It's like,
Clock in, day out.
but they'll be like, "Oh, we're the 13th Street Hustlers. You guys ever go to 14th Street? No, that's the 14th Street Hustlers. No, we got to stay on 13th Street. Like, you know.
Man, gangs are weird too when I got here. That shit was weird.
Yeah, was that an adjustment
Hell
too?
yeah, man. I mean, I grew up.
Is there
in Blue
gangs
Island.
in Kenya?
No, I mean,
What
there's-
was Kenya like? You just
I mean,
tell me?
I guess child. So I don't
So,
know. Like,
did you see- was
I don't know
president-
what gangs. I wouldn't like really know gangs. I guess it's bad.
What was the name of the town in Kenya you were born in?
I was born in Nairobi, but then
Was
I
that
lived,
the town
I grew up in
President
this-
Obama was born in too?
Is
I'm
is
fucking
Obama from?
joking.
No, wait, is he though? He might be. I don't
No,
know.
he was born in
No.
Hawaii. I'm kidding around, but no, his
Oh, was he out? Oh,
that one
damn,
right over your head.
yeah,
His
he did.
dad was born in Kenya, though.
Yeah.
I'm being a dick.
No, you're.
I don't believe that, everyone. I'm not
It
a
just went-
birther. It's a joke.
it just went over my head. If I would have got it, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, because people fucking accused him of being born in Kenya when he obviously was not.
Oh yeah. Okay.
So
I do remember
but
that.
there wasn't like gang violence and stuff like that.
I mean, not gang violence, but like bad shit did happen. I don't know if it wasn't organized.
Yeah.
It was probably like if me, you, and James decided to go rob somebody. That's what that was. Or kill somebody. It was just like
It's just
either
who was
group-
around at the
yeah,
time.
who was around the time. I wouldn't. There wasn't like.
Sounds lazy. That's
yeah,
what it sounds like.
Yeah, shit, you gotta worry about
You're
animals
gonna
and shit
rob.
too.
You gotta fucking no. Really, what do you mean animals? Was there like?
I mean, it's
Was there
so
monkeys
where
walking
I
on the
grew up,
street?
it's was kind of like a farm. So I grew up close to the like Rift Valley. So I grew up in a town called Kassarian, and my grandparents had like this pretty decent ass farm. So I grew up there until I got here. But it's like you got fucking wild pigs, shit like that happens.
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, kind of.
Oh, well, I mean, I've grown up in Chicago. It's like, oh, there's a squirrel, there's a possum.
Yeah.
So I always kind of wish I grew up where there was like cool wildlife.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be cool to you.
It wouldn't be
That's-
cool
that's a good
because they
point.
eating shit and they fucking shit up. And
That's a
like,
very good point.
Yeah.
And if you're
Yeah,
used to their
they're
fucking
just
shit up,
annoying.
it's annoying as fuck. It's like a big ass fly, bro.
fucking pig out of here.
But
Yeah.
You can't like swat. You gotta shoot it.
You ever
like,
kick it? I think kicking a pig would be fun.
Oh, are you crazy? No, a wild pig, Joe.
Oh, wow, that's true. It might bite your later. They're huge. Yeah.
They're big.
Look, I'm not. I like pigs. I like animals.
A man just got killed by one the other week.
really?
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't want to hurt the pig,
Don't
but I think
fuck
if
with 'em.
you could kick any animal, I think a
And
pig
that's-
would be fun to kick.
That's
I
why
mean,
they taste so good. I think.
Yeah.
People like they're tender around the ribs from people
They'd
kicking
have,
them.
they'd have
They're
good
assholes.
bounce.
Good
for
bounce?
Sure. Right off your foot.
Now, if you were
Yeah.
if you were to hug any animal, that's easy. Penguin.
Penguin,
Tell me if you saw a penguin,
but it'd be
And it
cold.
was-
It'd be cold.
it would be chilly though.
It'd be
But like
chilly.
they just look like they'd be you give it a strong hug there, you know.
Mm.
But I think if I were to kick any animal, I think kicking a pig seems like it'd be a good time.
Kick a
Not to
pig.
like hurt it,
Yeah.
but just be like, "Fuck you, pig," you know. Just give it a nice little kick to the butt, and it squeals, and then it looks back like, "What the fuck, dude?" And it's like, "I told you, I fucking told you, pig."
Stay
You
out of my
know?
trash.
Yeah,
Stay out my trash. Don't they eat their own shit or something?
they're
They eat
they're
everything.
pretty filthy. They will, yeah. They
rolling
say
their own shit.
they say when you kill a body, if you feed it to the pigs,
Oh yes.
they'll eat it. They'll
Oh, my
dispose of a
God.
body. I saw that in the TV show Deadwood. I saw that in that one Guy
Wait,
Ritchie
is
movie.
that real?
Snatch.
They really do.
Yeah.
Do they eat human?
They will.
That's
They'll eat
wild.
anything. You have to chop it up. If you just throw a dead body full, they're not.
Oh,
gonna,
that's not gonna.
No,
Yeah,
you
not
gotta
gonna
cut it
chop
up
in
a
there.
little bit. Yeah,
Damn.
they're
That's
you know
fucked up.
they're not. They like to slice up their food. They're not
Oof.
heathens.
So you think we probably didn't ate humans after eating a pig? Probably.
Oh shit! Like if you have like a
Yes,
ham sandwich,
hypothetically,
would there
yeah.
be bits of human in that ham?
For real, because a ham. Wow.
Dude, you just blew my
My
mind.
brain-
I don't want to think about that.
Yeah, no, let's not think about that.
That's fucked up. All right, so what besides wild pigs were there like monkeys,
I mean, you had to go
sloths? Like what else do you see?
sloths. Nah, I didn't really, not really monkeys, man. You don't see that shit a lot. You
Because
have to
Africa
go-
seems like such an awesome continent. I would love to do an African safari.
Well, yeah, but people think like random shit like that runs around. And
no, but like people are gonna build their cities where lions are nearby. Like
Exact-
that's
yeah,
really
that's-
ignorant to think
that's
that.
so dumb.
Like,
bro.
oh, there's where Simba was presented, and here's where we there's a Potbelly's. We just put it. I don't know.
Oh my
whatever
god,
chain
it's so
restaurant.
dumb. Steers.
Is there a McDonald's?
Steers.
Steers is the chain?
There's a McDonald's too, though.
Of course,
McDonald's is everywhere, dude.
everywhere, man.
McDonald's is fucking Jay-Z of food, bro.
Yeah, dude,
Killing it right
all
now.
over the place.
Nah, Jay-Z is too. That's too low. That's too, yeah.
I think they're bigger than Jay
Because-
Z.
Huh? Yeah, they're way bigger than Jay-Z.
I don't know who's
Rockefeller
Jay Z the
shit.
biggest
That's
rapper of all
Rockefeller.
time.
That's what I mean. Is
He
he the
would have to
richest?
be. He's definitely the richest of all time.
He has to be at
Jay-Z.
this point, right?
Yeah.
I don't know about that, guys. Hold on.
It's Diddy. It's Diddy.
Diddy might be up there too.
Once you sacrifice, Biggie.
All right, so
Gotta
Lil
win all.
Wayne. Yeah, Diddy has.
I forget Lil Wayne produces a lot of stuff, right? Is that
Diddy
why?
has $735 million.
And what's Jay-Z? 500 million?
650.
Wow.
Damn. So it's
Man.
P. Diddy's number one.
Stand up for the
by
king.
a substantial margin.
Who's
almost
the
$100
richest
million.
musician on the planet right now?
I would maybe Paul McCartney.
You think so?
Oh, yeah,
Still?
it have to be the Beatles, man. That
Oh,
shit gets played all the
bro.
time still. The royalties from that are endless.
God damn.
Although didn't Michael Jackson own the rights for a long time?
That's what I thought.
Okay, Paul McCartney's number 2. Andrew Lloyd Webber is number 1. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Hey, don't hate me for this. Can you please tell me?
Playwright does. Let's see.
Doesn't he do like music scores? No,
Yeah,
that's
well,
does he?
musicals.
Yeah, I didn't want nobody
musicals.
take me down in the comments.
Andrew
Like,
Lloyd Webber.
Yeah,
You don't
I
know
can't,
who the
I
fuck
can't
that
name.
is?
Honestly, I don't
can't
really
name
know who he
a
is either, man.
Webber right off the top. Of
I
my
know the
head.
name, but I don't know what he's done.
yeah,
I'm not
I've
about
never
to
even
be all
heard the name.
pretentious. Let's see. So his most famous works: Phantom of the Opera,
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
Oh,
okay.
damn, that's pretty good.
Jesus Christ Superstar, Don't Cry
Alright.
for Me, Argentina.
Any Disney movies?
Don't Cry for Me, Argentina?
Yeah,
Is that the name of it? I thought it was called Evita or some
that's
shit.
the song.
Oh,
Don't
the
Cry for
song
Me,
he
Argentina
wrote.
from Evita.
Paul McCartney's number 2. Is Paul
That's
McCartney over $1
crazy.
billion?
No. Yes. Yeah. 1.2. Lloyd Webber only has him by 80 million.
Wow.
Only 80
Only
Hey
by
man, when you're
80.
talking numbers this big, only is a subjective word. You know?
that is very
And
true.
the richest comedian's got to be Seinfeld, right?
Of
for sure.
course.
I don't even have to Google that.
You don't have to Google that. Net worth, yeah.
They'd be probably
Kevin Hart's closing in on him though. Real
I know
fast.
Kevin Hart
Kevin Hart probably makes
annually.
bro.
Seinfeld still made a couple million more than him last year, which is crazy.
But it's about to
because
go overboard.
Actually,
I think.
I just
Kevin
don't.
Hart's not even in the top 10.
Kevin Hart did
Nope.
this past couple years, but I'm talking about overall net worth. Because
Yeah,
Seinfeld
that's
made
what I'm talking about.
$55 million last year.
Seinfeld has $950 million.
What's Larry David? Is Larry David over $1 billion? Someone tell me Larry David was
Who's
close.
next?
Larry David's number 7 at 400 million.
No way.
Really, only $400 million?
Yeah, only 400 million. Adam Sandler 420.
I thought when Curb
Bobby Buds
sold,
like
he
that.
went up
Yep.
a shitload.
Shout out Bobby Buds.
Sandler
Um,
makes sense.
Sandler does make
so
sense.
number 2 and 3 you probably would never guess. And 4.
Oh, I know that puppet guy's up there.
Wait.
Oh no, he's not even.
not
I guess,
even
well, these
close?
guys also aren't comedians.
Oh, like what, Steve Martin?
So Matt Groening is on this list,
Simpsons.
but he's not a
I'm talking about
comedian.
stand-ups. Yeah, Matt Groening's
Which is
Simpsons co-creator.
stand
Oh,
up.
okay. Stand up.
And then Matt Stone and Trey Parker are tied with him for.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, because they made a killing off of that, off South Park, obviously, but that musical, The Book of Mormon,
Yeah.
was huge.
Fucking great. Dog.
If you have a show like that
Yeah.
just sells out across the country
Bro,
over
every
and over,
yes.
and the tickets aren't cheap, and it goes on this long run.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, I heard, like, at one point Larry the Cable Guy was making $300,000 a show.
Are you serious?
If I did that, I'd do one show a year. That's it. I'm fine. I'm happy with that. Do one show
I like
a
have
year,
a regular
and then
job and
and
just
then I
like
just do open
do the-
mics with my friends after that. No, I'm kidding. I'd still do other shows, but I just can't. That type of money is just
That's a lot of money,
it's
bro.
crazy.
Bill Cosby's.
I'm starting to know friends who are starting to really get into that.
Yeah, like
money.
that realm of yeah,
And
that
it's
happens.
nuts. And they talk about it when the money first comes in. It's like,
Holy shit.
this is life changing.
Do you think that shit would like? Okay,
'Cause
how?
they all start to incorporate?
Yeah.
You have to incorporate because then when you get paid that way, it goes through the corporation, and then you pay yourself out of your corporation. So say you do a Netflix special, right?
Okay.
And I mean, we'll just say it's your first one. So I don't know what they give you for your first one. Let's say $100,000 or something like that. So you get that $100,000 check, but they don't make it out to Michael Robinson. They make it out to whatever your this would be your
Like
incorporation.
my LLC or something like
yeah,
that?
people make a fun name for theirs.
Yeah.
This would be nice. We'll talk about this and then segue into the incident that we're going to talk about. with
Okay,
you.
yeah, hell yeah.
You're incorporated in
Crispy Boy Productions.
It would be,
Crispy Boys,
I'd be
okay,
Stay
Crispy
Crispy. I thought it'd be Stay Crispy Productions. Or it would be Stay Crispy Inc. You got to do the
Yeah,
Inc. because
yeah,
it's
yeah.
incorporated.
Oh, yeah,
you can't
that's
do
true.
productions. Got to be
That
Inc.
is good. Hey, can
Or
I
you
keep? Can we keep that?
Yeah, that's why I
Choice.
definitely that's yours. Do it, man.
I get
And
10%.
then so right, there you go.
10%.
So Netflix would write the check to Stay Crispy Inc.
Okay.
And then it goes to the corporation, and then from there you pay yourself whatever you want out of that, and then you hold some in that for like taxes. This part of it I'm getting a little.
Okay.
I'm not 100% positive how the rest of it goes, but I know that's what you would do. But you don't do that until you make a bunch of money because to incorporate costs like $20,000 to set up a corporation.
Jesus.
But you
well,
do that.
yeah.
It's just smarter business to do it that way for tax purposes. You save a lot more money because if you
Mm.
just take it, what fucks us up is like kind of independent contractors. So when I had that part in Chicago Med,
Yeah.
I won't say what I made because that's tacky, but it was really good money.
It was nice-
but
nice
they
piece of
taxed
change.
me as if I made that every single week. You know what I mean? I got taxes if I made that every week, but I don't make that every week.
That
so
sucks.
that kind of that was a little bit of a you taxed me a little bit more than I'm not in the top bracket just because I made I made top bracket money for 1 week does not mean I'm in the top bracket all the time. So what the fuck, But
did they tax you at a top bracket rate?
Yeah,
it wasn't well, the top bracket's what 39%.
Yeah.
I was pretty close to that.
Yeah?
I don't know if it was. So that kind of sucks a little bit.
Sorry,
but then you get a good accountant. I like how both of you are looking like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
My dog didn't die,
walk
guys.
away with
It's all right.
$10.
It was still a basement remodel.
Good.
That's how I like to call it. But
there you go.
when people ask me how much the money was, I go, I remodeled my basement with it. It's fine. We were able to finish the basement, so it was good in that regard. But yeah, so it gets tricky with that kind of stuff. So with the Seinfeld level, can you imagine being worth $900 million? I tell people this, and I've probably told this on the podcast before. The average person does not really realize how much money that much money is.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy.
I used to hang out with a dude who played for the Chicago Blackhawks. I remember one night, and their salaries. Professional athletes, anyone could Google know what they make. Yeah. And his contract for that year was 3.65, which is easy math because there's 365 days in a year.
Yeah.
That math broke down to making $10,000 a day.
Damn, it's crazy.
We had one crazy ass night. Well, we had a lot of crazy ass nights, but the one in particular where we got like the nicest hotel room I've ever seen. It was like a fucking.
It was like an apartment.
Yes, it was an insane hotel
penthouse?
room.
Oh yes.
On the peninsula. With a big private balcony that had a hot tub on it, overlooking the Hancock Center.
Yes.
It was like, I saw when they slip the bill under the door in the morning.
You took a peek at that?
Well, I was fucking walking to the bathroom, fucking hungover and stumbling, looking for the bathroom, and I saw a piece of paper slide underneath. You're not gonna look at that?
Oh, I'll look.
Of course,
I'm
you're
not judging
fucking
you.
look at that.
So
I saw the bill. The bill slide the bill on the door.
Yeah.
It was for one night. This hotel room was $7,200.
Bro, ball out. If you got it, go hard.
But you know what's even crazier? I then tried to do the math on how much we spent on booze because me and another dude gave us money to pick up the booze and walk it 2 blocks because that's where the liquor store was, and then we were at some bars earlier, and so I did the math on that. Still $8,000 was spent, which is like $8,000 in one day. But get this, he makes 10.
Yeah, he saved money that day.
Yeah, like bro, like a lot of people, the average person when they go out balling it up on a Friday, Saturday night, will spend more than they make in a day.
Yeah, like $200-$300.
He had to put effort into meeting his 1 day's salary and still didn't meet the 1 day's salary.
Have you seen those after the Hawks won the cup? Like they started releasing like the receipts from all the bars they went to and shit. Like 56 bottles of Dom P. Like 100 bottles of Grey Goose.
Oh, they were racking up 6-figure tabs
I'm
that
gonna
the
look
team
those
was
up.
paying for
That's
at some point.
insane.
But yeah, so that's making $3.6 million for a year.
Yeah,
and that's $10,000 a day. So when I hear people go like, "Oh man, if I won the lottery, I wouldn't," because I remember saying to someone once, "If I won the lottery, it'd be cool to win like $5 million. I wouldn't want to win $200 million or whatever the Mega Millions was, because if you win that much money, people are like out to get you. Yeah. Everyone you'd have to like say, please don't release my name." Yeah, every now and then you'll see someone with the big, I won $118 million. They got the big check. I'm like, you fucking idiot. And there's stories. There's stories about these people. They get robbed. They get robbed.
Yeah.
They get depressed. They get all fucked up. They can't live the life they once did because people treat them differently. A lot of them, suicide, I think, is a thing. I might have made that last part up. I don't know. I feel like I've read about.
We're gonna look it up, James.
There's always stories about these people after they win the lottery.
I do know they get sad as shit. I do know, like getting robbed, especially if you're gonna come out publicly. Yeah, people are gonna.
If I wanted, I'd be like, "Do not release my name." Well, it hurt me as a comedian because people right away be like, "Fuck this guy. He's got a million. He doesn't need anything. No one's gonna like help you out."
Exactly.
Or people come crawling like, "Hey man, I'm your friend now."
But then again, if you win the lottery, dude, this studio gets a fucking facelift.
This
studio's great as it is.
I'd appreciate that.
I didn't want to make it seem like it wasn't already awesome.
Everything could be better, Joe.
Of course, right? I would definitely do that. Yeah, man. We would bring this to a whole new level, my friend.
Just make the whole wall of TVs.
Yeah, I would invest into the whole myself in a weird way.
Yeah, you could do that though.
You could, right?
Can you just buy this house for me?
Dude, this house is huge, man. I forget like how
is this
big.
It's there's
2 more floors up.
There's 2 more floors up.
This is all you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This back part because there's people in the front too. It's like a townhouse situation. It's great. No, this is a sweet spot, man. Good area too.
Yeah.
So I tell people, and every now and then they'll be like, "Nah, fuck 5," because I say if you're smart, if you win $1 million, if you're smart, you'd live a very happy life.
I feel like
where you wouldn't have to.
For many years.
I think if you won,
got $1 million.
Depends how smart you'd be with it. But if you won $1 million, let's just say $2 million. Well, if you're smart, you wouldn't have to work full time again.
That's true. You can. I at least feel like you would be able to like choose like your hours.
You'd be out there definitely.
$1 million could last you not forever for sure. Like,
because you'd be able to buy a house off in full, right?
Yeah.
With $1 million.
Okay.
If you were like, I'm not talking about $1 million and then it gets taxed down and you only have like 600,000.
Right.
$1
million after taxes.
$1 million after taxes. You could buy a really nice house.
Yep.
Let's say it's a $500,000 house somewhere in Chicago, in a good neighborhood too.
Yeah. In the city proper?
In city proper.
Okay, so you're talking about property taxes first of all.
I know property taxes. I own a house in Chicago, so I know what property taxes are like.
Man,
yeah.
shit.
And my wife owns it, really, if I'm being honest. She pays the mortgage. I was a big part of the down payment, though. I'm a good saver. I live there, though. You know.
That was real.
No, hey, man, Chicago Med paid for the basement. So,
shout out Chicago.
Yeah, but so property tax, though. All right, so I don't know. On average, depending on the neighborhood, $500,000 house, let's say $1,000. I'll go high end is $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
So again, though, but you paid the house off in full, so your only bill would be that $1,000 a month property tax or home insurance too.
Yep.
You know, but still, $1,300. You could have yeah, I guess maybe it depends what you did, but you could definitely like cut back.
Well, here's
hours
what the
and,
Boston Bruins did after they won the fucking Stanley Cup in 2011.
Yeah.
So they went to a bar, and this is I'd say 6 hours.
This is tabs we talking about?
This is the tab.
Okay.
So 6 hours of drinking.
Okay.
They spent 150. Before I even get there, the service charges alone. So the tipping was $25,000 in tips. Just
Damn.
tips.
$25,000 in tips.
And just tips. So this,
wait, was that one? Wait, what the fuck?
I'm sure it was split evenly amongst everyone, but $156,679 in 6 hours. 150K.
Jesus Christ.
Holy shit, right?
150K.
Bro, as soon as I get it, Joe and James, we living like that.
What are we doing? What's your perfect night out? What's your peninsula night out?
I don't know, man. I'm kind of like, I'm not really like tasteful.
But
I would do some crazy shit.
Get a bunch of acid and rent out the top of the Trump Tower.
Yes, yes, bro. Burn it down. While on acid.
So the rest of your money goes to the lawsuit.
Yeah. Get a good lawyer.
Firefest Part 2, baby.
There you go.
Firefest.
I think it depends what time of the year it is. If it's summer, I'm not even a big boat guy, but for some reason I think I like the idea. I like the idea of doing it this way.
Okay.
So say I get fuck you money, right?
Okay.
I would then, let me turn this off in the background here, fuck up my sound. I would then get like some big, Mercedes party van bus thing, something that could fit a lot of my friends.
Yeah.
And then I would scoop them all up one by one, like in surprise fashion. Because my friend did this. My buddy Dominic Angelo, a little shout out for him, in high school. Hey, I think his rich uncle hooked him up with these tickets and the limo. Well, I just spoiled that a little bit. Ruined the story by giving that away. He hit me up. The Cubs were playing the Yankees in 2003, and the Cubs, that was the year they went to the playoffs and the whole Bartman incident. And it was Yankees' first time ever at Wrigley Field regular season series, and it was a big pitching matchup. All that. He hits me up Friday. It was a 1:20 game. He hits me up at like noon, going, "Hey, you want to go to the Cubs-Yankee game?" I go, "Fuck yeah, dude! Are you kidding? You got an extra ticket? Oh shit, man! It's game starts in an hour and 20 minutes. We got to leave now."
Yeah.
Right. And then he goes, "I'll be out in front in 5 minutes." And I look out in front. A limo pulls up.
Well, you said this is school day?
No, it was after. It was June, so I think we just graduated high school. It was a month after graduation in 2003. And right when it pulled up, I was like, "No, this can't be him." And then he, hits the window and it goes down. He goes, "Get in the fucking limo, Joey." And I'm like, "Holy shit!" We're all jacked up because it's like we're two 18-year-olds taking a limo to Wrigley Field. I'm like, this is perfect, right?
Yeah.
So we get dropped off right in front in a limo, and then we just watched the game, and it was fine. It was great. It was good. Cubs won. It was a good game.
The limo was the best part.
I just like that surprise. So I like to be able to like get something crazy and pull up in front of like friends.
Hell yeah!
Like hit them all up, going, "Get in,
bro."
And it's like, "Where are we going?"
That's some
get in.
Shit.
And then they keep going, "But no, seriously, where are we going?" Get in. It doesn't matter. I'm not even letting you know.
Yeah, why would you even ask?
You can only say that in a limo, though, for real. You cannot say that in a white van.
Right? And I don't care what you're dressed like. I'm going to be wearing a robe because I have fuck you money, so I'll wear whatever I want. I'm going to be wearing pajama pants, real loose.
Hell yeah.
Pajama pants, no underwear because I'm feeling good.
In a limo, yes.
I am letting it swing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, literally balling, right?
Balling.
And then I think I get a yacht and go around Lake Michigan and just,
I would do that. I'd
do some fucking crazy
Summertime
shit like that.
yacht talk.
Yeah, just go on the boat because I know I know all the women are out in the bikinis, and all my single friends would get a kick out of that.
There you
know,
go.
I mean, who
We
wouldn't?
can
Right?
grill on the yacht.
Yeah, like I'd do crazy like fun stuff like that.
Does your yacht have a
I'd be
helicopter
generous as
pad?
hell because
Bro, yes.
Does it have a
Yes,
helipad?
yeah,
Shit, man.
of course.
We gotta get a helipad.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what am I? Some
And
kind
we
of poor
getting
schmuck?
Right? What the
Bro,
fuck
we
is
getting
wrong with you?
tigers
fucking
too. We
helipad?
getting tigers.
Okay,
We gotta,
word.
oh man, we gotta
We
get
getting a
the
yacht
tigers.
tiger and we getting a home tiger. The
We
yacht
get a helicopter tiger too.
Yeah,
I want a
yeah.
tiger to watch the limo
Yes.
that we get out of. It's like,
Bro.
you're a tiger, protect the limo.
Are you crazy? We
No one's
definitely
fucking with that limo.
Oh, bro.
There's been carjackings lately in Chicago. You're not carjacking
Put
a
a tiger
tiger.
in front of that thing.
Chain
It's
him
over
up with gold to the front.
Oh my god! Wait,
Would
put
it
the
be-
gold on the tiger?
Yeah, gold chain on the tiger. Chain to the
Yo.
front.
Would it be
gorilla
racist to
limo.
ask if you have a tiger guy? Do you have a tiger?
No, because you're not fucking from Africa.
I know. I'm just being an asshole. This is your time on animals earlier. Come on.
Has a lion.
That's a
guy,
real question I
Joe.
got, bro. Like growing up in high school,
Yeah.
then like,
You're
I guess it was teasing too though.
could you hook it up?
Like, hey, no, they're not. They'd be like, damn, like, did you ever see tigers? And I'd be like, dude, no,
Yeah.
no tigers.
There are no
Lions,
tigers.
yes, but you go to a safari and you pay a shit ton of money to go to. First of all, why are we paying for some shit that is ours? That's the shit I
That
hate.
is
Yeah,
weird.
that's bullshit.
Yeah. You think you
So
just
crazy.
drive through?
And you don't own it. None. You don't. The owners are not.
Yeah, they're not like local.
They're not Kenyans. Yeah,
Yeah.
That sucks.
it's dumb.
That's
Bunch
shit.
of white people flying in and buying
Bro.
all your shit.
Coming
I
in,
think there's something fucked up.
Well, they
about
got there
that, man.
early. Yeah.
Gentrifying the fucking jungle.
Those trophy killers, man. The people
Bro,
trophy
that shit
hunting.
is insane.
I think that's the most fucked
Poachers,
up shit.
yeah.
Poachers are really bad.
Poachers
But the
are bad.
people, and there's always some person that's to stick up for them because they're pro hunter, where they go, hey, they're stimulating local economy, and then the meat gets used and feeds the villages.
Where?
And I know a lot of
Yeah.
that's
We
bullshit,
need
not true.
stats.
Right? Yeah. Let me see the real numbers on
yeah.
it. But furthermore, I even if that part of it's true and whatever, that's cool if it is. And assuming it is, I still even if it is 100%, that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
Like the village gets to eat the zebra or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. Do people eat zebra?
First of all, do
That sounds racist to be like they eat
no,
zebra
no,
over
but
there.
I would ask too. I mean, would they? I don't know. Is it?
Well,
Is,
that would make sense.
can you Google?
know?
If,
I'm sure
if a is
zebra
a
is
zebra edible?
edible.
Check it out.
Oh yeah,
Shit,
it's
sounds
alive.
like
I'm
it.
sure you
Yeah.
can eat it.
I mean,
right?
would you eat a horse?
Yeah.
Can you eat a horse?
If you've been to McDonald's,
yeah.
come on, dog.
What do you mean?
Was that
Yeah,
Burger King
what
or
do you-
McDonald's? They
Wait,
said
It was McDonald's.
Was it McDonald's?
Horse
They
meat?
found
Probably
horse
both
meat
of
in some
them.
of their burgers.
Well, there's an acceptable level of horse meat contamination.
Well, why are we killing horses? You could ride those things.
Because there's a lot of them, and
Fair.
some farmers are lazy.
Honestly, you could ride anything.
If you have an imagination, sure.
Yeah, you can.
All right. Well,
There's zebra burgers in Chicago. that you
Shut
can-
up.
Yeah.
that's fucked up, man.
What,
I don't know. I
what
just feel like-
place? Is it Small Cheval? It's gonna piss me off.
Umami burger.
Oh my god! Is it like real, like zebra?
Yeah. Yes.
Like
Really?
actual zebra, bro?
No, probably not.
Oh.
No, it's probably just some nickname for something stupid.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's probably like a fucking hipster
It's
chef.
probably
calling it a
illegal as
fucking-
hell.
Yeah.
But think of the mindset to say, I'm going to spend $300,000 so I
Yeah.
could fly over to Africa
and shoot some and
and
shoot.
sit safely in a truck
Yeah.
and blow a giraffe away.
Yeah.
And then take a picture with the giraffe.
Yes.
That's
as
the
if
fucked up thing.
as if you are a true hunter.
As if you accomplished anything.
Yes.
And then I'm going to put that, to me, that's fucking sick.
Yeah.
It's to want to kill,
Disneyland.
to want to kill a giraffe.
Yeah.
Is
But not
fucked
doing
up.
it. Here's the thing. Okay, you know what?
It's a
Maybe-
stationary animal.
Maybe I won't say that. Okay, killing the. Okay, it is fucked up. Yeah, just shooting it for like.
It's going to
but
attack
the
you
way
and
you
survive.
do it.
The way, yes.
Yeah, the way
I have a
like
problem
that's
with
some
that.
pussy shit. If you're gonna go out there,
Oh,
go
we're
out
helping
there
the village.
hard.
Donate some money. Then.
Yes.
Donate some money if you're
at
helping
least
the
go out
village.
there and shoot it. Step out
And
the car.
why are you taking the picture with it?
Yeah.
Every serial killer, like in real life, has these same traits as these trophy hunters, where they keep like the little, this is my little, this is my little keepsake. Here's my
Yeah.
picture of me with the fucking
Make a lamp out of
bloody
it.
giraffe, right?
Make
Yeah.
a rug out of the
I'm gonna
gun.
keep a
Yeah.
little piece of skin of all my victims.
For real.
right? Yeah,
Cut the
it's
dick
sick
off, put it in
shit.
the fridge. It's real.
I wouldn't feel good
Shit
about
is
that at
real,
all.
yeah.
I'd be, if I win,
Trophies.
I
That's
got
what they call
dragged,
them.
and they're like,
Yeah.
dude, I just shot the fuck out of that, that rhino over there, and I'm like, dude, it was fucking eating
It was
grass,
the last
man.
one, bro. I'm the last one. Like, can you imagine being that fucking guy?
There's someone out there who wants to be that
Yeah.
guy.
Well,
That's a
and
his
sick
name
shit.
is
There's only a
Ted
couple
Nugent.
rhinos left. There's certain
Wow.
breeds of rhino. There's only a few left.
Oh my God! If anybody could say that, like you have no soul at that point.
I don't think. I honestly, I don't get it. I don't get that mentality. I think it is a lack of empathy in the brain, and
Of
I think
course.
those people were this close to becoming actual murderers. of human beings.
But they had money.
They were able to
therapy.
They got pushed. You know what I mean? There's no feel. And the one guy was a dentist. The guy who killed Cecil the Lion was a dentist, which to me is also the people who get pleasure out of pain.
Yeah,
there's something.
Highest suicide
Not all
rate.
they do. Because then they realize that they're fucked up in the head and they kill themselves before they graduate to something worse.
If he hadn't killed
there's
Cecil,
some nice dentists
he would have killed himself. So
probably. Well, Cecil had more friends than that fat fuck.
I best believe it.
No, he was. He was a piece of shit. I don't like those dudes.
No, poaching is. All of it is fucking hard. Even the diamond.
Yeah, elephants are going. Elephants are on the endangered species list. A lot of them because
for real.
Because people keep poaching them for their tusks.
Oh, we can't lose elephants.
Leave the fucking ivory alone.
Giraffes just got put on the endangered species list.
Oh, y'all
it's
fucking
up,
man.
Dude, human beings
the last couple months, I think.
Are y'all serious?
Yeah.
When I say dogs are better, and people are like, you don't really mean that. I go, no, I do actually. I think dogs are better than most people.
Bro,
I think animals in general are better than a lot of people.
Listen,
they just don't do the stupid shit we do. Well, maybe because they can't, but
yeah.
Who knows? Maybe if a dog could be like, I could take
everybody
a gun and
stop
shoot that cat.
trying to wear fucking giraffe skin jackets, whatever. Why are y'all killing giraffes? I
don't understand the killing of giraffes.
What is that about?
For their
people
hides,
do it
dude, for the decoration.
Man, leave it alone.
This fucking 15-foot animal that's cool as fuck.
To put a fucking head on their wall.
Fucking
that
long ass head. You want that on your wall? How big is your wall?
Some people have high ass ceilings. So
I feel
rich people got big entryways.
Hey, these beasts, man, y'all gotta face justice.
No, that's why they say a lot of
for these giraffes. The blacks too, but the giraffes, I ain't gonna fuck with them. So don't fuck with these giraffes.
There are only 4,000 Kordofan and Nubian giraffes left in the wild.
Wow.
So critically
4,000.
endangered in the entire world.
That's dropping like
flies. That's a 3-block radius.
Yeah, it is. That's 3 blocks in Chicago. It could be 2 blocks depending what blocks.
Yeah.
Oh my
high rises downtown.
That's one high rise.
Pretty much, yeah. One high rise. 4,000 people live in one high rise. It's a big one, That's fucked up,
bro.
man.
That is trash.
Yeah.
Well,
I think there.
But
a great book
if I was
called,
rich, I'd probably buy it.
If I was rich, I'd go. I would buy my own giraffe and feed it in my backyard.
Yeah, I mean, but then if I wanted the skin, I'd buy it. I don't know. Hey, listen, if I was rich, none of this shit would matter. Right now, I got to care about something because I'm poor.
Now I don't want you to get rich, man. You're fucking killing giraffes. Well, take me to the party, though. The party sounds fun that you're going to
Yeah, we got good times at the party.
There's this great book by this guy, John Ronson, who's written a couple books I've read. The one's called The Psychopath Test. And in it, it dives into sociopaths.
Yeah.
And the mindset, and there's like a checklist of what is a sociopath and how fucked up these people are. And it's all the same traits for serial killers go with a lot of these. And another thing is, a lot of people who are super, super successful are sociopaths.
Yes.
And the average person be like, how could that person be a sociopath? They're so successful. Because they become obsessed with watching the numbers go up.
Yep.
They become obsessed with the power, with everything.
You also figure out avenues within the dynamics of social norms to navigate around so that you can get to the top quicker than normal people who would be nice or be
they don't
friendly.
There's nothing like
they have no scruples about exactly.
I'll step on your giraffe neck on my way up. Yeah, no, I think that's fucked up. Yeah, there's no real code of ethics with those people. That's why they have no problem.
You're worried about winning.
Yeah.
All the time.
I'll put a whole city out of business.
Yeah.
Fuck you. I'll close every mill in that town if it makes me a few extra dollars. Damn. They do that shit all the fucking time. That's why I'm so pro-union.
The union shit,
to go against that
unions
shit.
Clutch.
Very clutch, right?
Very clutch.
All right, let's shift now into.
Cool.
So you guys, everyone listening, you heard me say that.
Wait, hold on, let me ask a question before we start.
Oh yeah, of course, buddy. By the way, if there's nothing you. Because I wanted you on this podcast. We don't even have to talk about this.
No, I was going to ask if I have. Okay, let's say I have to go pee, hypothetically.
Yeah, you could get up.
Yeah, we can hold it down for a minute.
Yeah.
I've had to get up and go pee.
Yeah,
you have to go right now?
Yeah, I'm going to
go right now.
Let's talk psychopath stats. I have my NPI score up.
What's that? Explain what an NPI score is.
It's the neuropsychological. Hold on. It's a test that anyone can take. I'll send you the link for yourself. But it puts you on a sliding scale of sociopathy.
Oh, okay.
So there's like an official standardized test for this. And anything above 15 is like you're entering dangerous territory. And I believe I am a 17. So, but people in our industry, especially like actors, comedians, musicians,
I know we're all narcissistic.
They're all they all have those traits because you have to be able to, communicate in a certain way with people to get them to pay attention to you. And sociopaths and psychopaths do that in spades. Like, that's what they're best at.
Yeah, totally.
So
Well, there's a lot that are just those creepy ones that don't know how to do that, so those would become the killers usually.
Yeah, those are the ones, the
Well,
male
the craziest
feminists and all
part,
that shit.
yeah, the craziest part of the book was when they did this. I think it was called like the O'Hare test or something like that. It was a Canadian psychologist, and they were doing electroshock therapy.
Sure.
And that's how he determined that they're beyond saving.
Right.
Because the one thing said, we rehabbed this guy. Even though he was a killer, we could send him out there and he'd be good again.
Yeah.
This guy figured it out in a different way because when they were doing the electroshock therapy, which is a fucked up thing to do.
Yeah.
Normal people, when they tested on normal people, they would say, we're going to count from 10, and when we get to 1, you're going to get shocked, and it's going to hurt. And so they had their brains, they had their brain waves checked up. And every normal person, when you got to 3, 2, the brain waves were fucking acting crazy because it's like, oh my God, I'm about to get shocked.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude.
If
I said to you in 5 seconds, I'm going to slap you, you're going to
I'd tense up. I'd be like, all right, here we go.
Yeah, right? But the psychopaths, their brain waves didn't change.
Yeah.
They'd get shocked and like, oh, fuck, that hurt. They felt pain. They're like, oh, that hurt. And then they did it again, right? So based on that determination, he's like, you can't rehab these people.
Yeah.
And there was, I think it was a prison in Canada as well that thought, oh, this guy's rehab. They let him go because he in prison during the rehab.
He learned
passed all the
system.
tests. Yeah. They let him go. He killed someone again. And they asked him why he did. He said, I wanted to remember what it felt like.
That is some cold shit.
Some people are just born with fucked up brains.
Yeah,
that's you know what I mean? In that sense, where
kind of feel like
real quick before we get into the incident, Galway Bay, thanks for checking it out. He actually said Mike's the best funny cunt, so he gave you a shout out there. And then he said Queen's English my ass. Mike Semrad said this pod is better than the Magnum PI. Fuck yeah, it is, dude.
Hell yeah, bro. Magnum PI, what, the TV show?
Yeah, I guess it's a reboot.
Is that a reboot?
Toby McMullen, who was on earlier, he's got a great podcast called Hot Shit.
And
it's just called Hot Shit.
Hot shit. It's
But
about hot sauce and hot goss,
Thank you.
baby.
That's the tagline I was looking for. Thanks. Michael just spilled beer all over himself.
No, I didn't. He did good.
Oh, you saved it? Good job, my man. And he says the Netflix 15 minutes, which I probably could have asked from a few friends, they got paid $25K. Which is nice, though. You do 15 minutes on TV, you get $25,000.
That'd be nice. I'll do that.
Shot in New Orleans after taxes, agents, managers, comics walk with $5 to $7K. Damn, that actually does kind of suck.
Some real.
Got to pay your people.
So you get $25K, right?
Okay.
Your manager gets 10%. That's $2,500.
Okay.
Your agent gets 10%. That's another $2,500. So now you're down to $20K, right?
Damn it.
Now we're not even getting the taxes. And also sometimes if you have a lawyer,
the
lawyer gets like
gotta pay him
5%.
too?
Yeah, the lawyer will get like 5%.
So what are you walking out with?
He said they're walking out when they got paid $25,000. They walked out with between $5,000 to $7,000.
That's trash.
Yeah, that sucks, right?
They're
doing a Netflix 15 minutes. Damn. And I think those 15 minutes. At first, when I first heard about it, I'm like, I think this is a really cool idea.
I thought it was. I think it's.
Look, any exposure for stand-up I'm great with, but I watched them, and there's a lot of people I was a big fan of, and some of them I thought were better than others. Of course, that's natural. And I'm not knocking anyone. Comedians listening, look, I'll gladly do one. I'm not going to be one of those guys.
Yeah, it's like, oh, man.
But as I was watching them, even the ones I really loved, right when it ended, I'm like, oh, it's fucking over already?
Yeah.
It's just, it kind of felt like a weird little tease of a set.
Yeah.
In a weird way, right?
Yeah.
And I realized I think Netflix was giving these 15 minutes out because they're like, oh, this is a young, not all of them are young, but this is like the next
big wave
of really good comedians. Yeah. And we want to kind of lock them into the Netflix family.
Yeah.
We don't know if they could carry a 30-minute 30
now.
minutes on their shoulders.
It's like
but we'll give them 15. Even though most of the people who did the 15 also, some of them had Comedy Central half hours. So,
yeah.
But even with commercial breaks, those only come out to 22 minutes. But anyway, they were kind of like, let's get our hooks in them now.
Before they blow up.
Yes, let's see which 15 minutes do well. If someone's like, holy shit, their 15 did great. People are loving it, getting good feedback. People are watching
it. And they get a deal.
Then it's like, all right, we'll talk to you about half an hour, an hour next. And so it does make, from a business standpoint, it makes pretty good. It's great sense, actually, from a business standpoint.
Also, I would say like 5,000 or 7,000. That's not bad, I guess. If you're like already working,
it was 15 minutes one set. They did it in New Orleans. They got flown down to New Orleans, put up in a hotel in New Orleans.
Exactly. You probably didn't pay for none of your drinks.
None of the drinks were paid for. Food was taken care of, right?
Yeah.
Craft services was set up.
You're living like a star.
Yeah. I mean, it's obviously it's nothing to scoff at, but it's only something to scoff at if you hear the $25K first. That's how that works. That's why people get fed up with taxes, I feel like, because they think, oh, I could make this, but I got to pay these assholes, so now I'm really making this.
Well, yeah, you got to pay everybody, though, man.
But if you just said to someone, I'm going to pay you $7,000 for a 15-minute set in New Orleans, I'm going to take care of the flight.
That'd be easier to take in.
Every comedian would be like, fuck yeah, I'll do that. Of course, yeah. I mean, not every comedian. Obviously, big names would be like, I'm not doing it for $7,000.
But also,
most would be like, yes, I will do that.
Yeah.
But if you then say I'm going to pay you 25, they're going to be like, hell yeah. And then later they find out they're really making 7 because after that, then they get like, what the fuck?
Well, it's up to whoever's throwing that deal up. You should probably be real about what you going to get.
Well, they probably all gave them 25 to every one of them.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone had sway to be like, no, I want more. But that's what makes right now interesting with the internet. As much as I kind of rip on social media a little bit, I do appreciate the hell out of it because it's given more power to the individual in the sense that if you have a following and people like what you're doing,
you control that.
You control that.
Yeah.
So that's why I love podcasting, and I hope that shows, and I hope people appreciate it, and they're liking. If you guys do like it, write a review on iTunes, share with your friends. That means a lot to me. Because I'm not going anywhere. Yeah. I love doing this. I'm going to keep putting more content out. I'm going to keep doing as much stand-up as possible.
Just keep accumulating these fans, bro.
I'm recording my next album February 9th. 2 shows, 7 o'clock, 9:30 in Chicago. Downtown, Timothy O'Toole's. It's a Comedians You Should Know production, I should say, because they're producing it along with me. And, yeah, I'm going to keep doing stuff like that in hopes that I could keep building a fan base. Yeah. And then eventually you build up a fan base enough where when Netflix or Comedy Central does come calling.
They got something to see.
Yes. And also, though, from a business standpoint, if say you have 1 million Twitter followers, and you haven't done a special yet, but Comedy Central's like, we want to give you your first. Yeah. We're prepared to offer you this much money. You get to go, no. 1 million Twitter followers says I get this much money because I know how many eyeballs I get to bring to your station. Yeah. I've built this little fucking fan base, this little empire by myself. Yes.
Well, you trying to come after it.
Man. Yeah. So, but if you're some comedian who's great and your stand-up's awesome, which is also, obviously you have to be good to have the fans. And they say to you, hey, we want to do your first special. We're going to air it on Comedy Central. Here's, 80,000, 100,000, whatever, 50,000. You'd probably, and you only have 5,000, 4,000 Twitter followers. Yeah. You have no, you know what I mean? You have nothing. You have no leverage. The word is leverage.
I'm going. If it was me and I got off of that, I mean, yeah.
Well, yeah, definitely you'd say it. But with no leverage, you have to take the deal.
Yeah, you got to take the deal.
But if you, any writer who's getting their first sitcom deal or their first book deal, it's not much.
Yeah. You have to say yes.
But it's something.
You have to say yes. But a guy like Bill Lawrence, I think, just sold another show. Bill Lawrence did Scrubs and a couple other sitcoms that have all ran a few seasons.
I don't know none of these names.
You start to pick up on them when you're living in LA because if you're just watching TV, you're not like, who's the associate producer in this show? No one gives a shit. Yeah. But when you're out in that world, you kind of start to certain names pop up and stuff like that. But this is a guy he's sold 7 TV shows. 3 of them have ran into syndication, which means he's making a fuckload because they go into reruns. When he then says, I got this script, and they go, cool, we're prepared to offer you this. He has the leverage to be like, no, I want this, and then they do it back and forth. And then if he's not happy with them, he goes, all right, well, I'll go over to ABC. And then they go, no, all right, we want you, because he's got a track record of success. It makes sense. That's why I wish more people.
He's got the juice.
It'd be great and that's where union power comes from too, in a way. Although with teachers, I don't think it works the way it does with athletes. I always get weird when I see regular people taking the owner's side.
Wait.
I go, fuck, taking the fucking owner's side. Yeah, because
the owner's like,
this guy could tear his knee tomorrow and never play again. This guy's still going to own the team.
Exactly.
And you think the owner gives a fuck about you?
And the owner is walking in with a goddamn, you know what I'm saying, with a walker. And then, he's going to be fine. He's old as shit.
Let these guys get their money while they can.
Yeah.
And if they're not good team players on the field, then yes, you could have a problem with them. But if they're like, I'm holding out because I know what I deserve, I am always on the player's side with that stuff. Always,
Owners are, I don't know. I don't like. I feel like owners are. We can't be mad at them. But
no, I mean I get it. I'm not one of those people that hates rich people. There's some of that. You see a lot of that, James, where people are just like, fuck all billionaires and fuck I mean a lot of them
fuck
do
bad
shady,
to billionaires.
A lot of them do shady shit to get where they are. So I could see the hate there.
But that's how you get there, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
if you want these big ducks, you got to do some fucked up shit.
Yeah,
you got to
like we were saying earlier, like the what is it likelihood that a billionaire's a sociopath is way higher because more billionaires are sociopaths than normal people.
You gonna fuck up, bro, I'm telling you, if you want the money, you think Rockefeller is you think the Rockefellers are nice people? No.
Probably not.
No, they're not.
No, yeah.
God knows. You think Okay.
They
But
probably
I
don't
don't-
even
I
see
don't-
people as people anymore.
Trump
No.
is not a nice person. Bro.
No, of course not. I don't instinctually hate rich people. There
No.
are some people who instinctually hate rich
But
people
you-
and fuck them. I go, no, there was a lot of rich people who worked their asses off to get where they did.
Yeah, true.
They're great people, and they had a good idea. I like the rich people who are self-made.
Yeah.
I
My
don't like the
fucking
ones
dad-
like Trump, who I got
Yeah.
a fuckload of money from
Wealthy.
my daddy.
Yeah.
You know, I like the
Those
ones
are
who.
those are
you know,
immoral ones.
I like the ones who started out like
With
nothing
nothing.
and
Yep.
then came up. I was joking during the last election cycle, saying Larry David has more of a right to run, should be president over Hillary,
right.
over Trump, over Bernie,
Yeah.
because Larry David was a self-made,
Yeah, he came from nothing.
hundreds of millions of dollars, came from nothing. Also, Larry David served in the military. A lot of
Wow.
people don't know
Did
that
he
about Larry.
really?
Yes, he did.
Wow.
A lot of people do not know that Larry
Shouts
David
out
served in
to
the
you,
military.
Larry David. I didn't even know that.
He's a job creator because he's created 2 television shows that ran for a while.
That's true.
Like, there's a lot of things he did there. A smart guy, environmentalist, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, Army Reserve. Okay.
Oh, reserve?
But still, he served a couple years.
In the reserves.
Did somebody bust a
Did
gat
he
at him?
see action?
Yeah.
Let's
He's
find.
still in
Who
the,
was shooting gas
did Trump
at
serve in the
Larry
military?
David?
No.
No?
Did Bernie? No.
Bernie?
Did Hillary? No. So he would have won in that sense.
Hillary's definitely killed more people than all three. of them.
Oh, there it is. Boom. The
I
truth.
don't know, man. But it's always crazy when I think about the whole Trump-Hillary stuff is that people forget they were buddies.
They're
They
all
were
all
close.
these assholes are buddies.
Hillary and Trump.
Bilderberg meetings, baby.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
Illuminati shit.
Bro,
they were
they're-
the first.
Illuminati.
They were the first unrelated. I always have to say unrelated because I remember making this post once and someone was like, I'm pretty sure George Bush Sr. was at his son's wedding. They were the first presidential candidates. Well, it's different actually. They're the first to face each other that were at each other's wedding. Although I don't think Trump wasn't at the Clintons' wedding, but Hillary and Bill Clinton were at Trump's wedding to
Yeah.
Melania. When
What?
Trump married Melania, they were at the wedding. They were guests.
For
There's
what?
a photo of them. There's a photo of
For
Melania in a
why?
wedding dress.
Because they're all rich as hell.
Because they're all fuck. They played golf. Trump and Clinton played golf together.
All this
Yeah.
shit
That's
is a
what
sham, bro.
They were
That's
on. Jeffrey whatever Epstein's plane,
Yeah.
the Lolita Express. They were on the child rape
shit,
plane
you know
together.
What? I actually did
Probably,
see
yes.
that picture. You're
They
right.
were
Yeah, you know
all-
what? I'm tweaking. I did see that picture.
And this is where I knew, because in my head I'm like, there must be something that, like, Hillary at one point during the debate, I remember going like, how come she hasn't said this during the debates yet? If I were on her campaign staff, I'd have been like, this is what we're opening with. This is gonna be the clip that gets run over and over again.
I demonize
This
black
is-
children. I
this
was
is-
waiting for that
well,
line
that
too.
one, right? Yeah. But this is what, if I were Hillary, I would have said to Trump, hey, Donald, if I'm so terrible, why did you donate money to every one of my senatorial campaigns? Hillary Clinton was a senator from New York, and when she ran in 2000 and again in 2006, Donald Trump wrote her a big fat check.
She didn't take it?
Yeah, she did take it.
Yeah.
Of course she took it. And so it's also, I would have said to him, if I'm so awful, why did you want me to be the senator?
For real.
You clearly wanted me to be senator. You gave me money to help me win the Senate seat.
Bro, sleeping
Why
with
didn't she fucking say that?
dancing with the devil.
Well, because Democrats are fucking bit pussies
They're all
and
the
shit.
devil.
They're so bad
Bro,
at running
yeah, they're all
campaigns.
devils.
The devil dancing with himself, dude.
Yeah, they're
There's
brutal.
two devils dancing. Yeah,
All
that
right, well,
was weird.
speaking of devils, you have a devil you could talk about.
Oh yeah, I got
So, let me-
that good transition. That was perfect.
Right? So let me, there's been a lot of filler up into this moment here. Michael had a horrible, horrible thing happen to him recently. About almost a month ago now at this point, or 3 or 4 weeks ago.
Shit, that'd be like 3-4 weeks now.
3 or 4 weeks ago.
Before the new year, yeah.
Before the new year.
Right before it.
Because I
Right
remember
before.
seeing your post about it.
Yeah.
Where it's a really fucked up thing, and I'm just gonna let you tell it. If you're cool with this, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean,
know
I'm
this
decent.
is
yeah. I mean, yeah.
this
I'm
is
cool.
probably a topic that might be hard to relive, so I don't really know.
So,
I didn't have you on specifically for this, but you were like, "Yeah, I'll
I
talk
was like,
about
I'll
it." So
talk
I'm like,
about
"All
it.
right,
Yeah,
cool,
if you
man."
bring it up, I'll,
Because obviously we could talk about anything. We've been talking about.
Yes, we
we've
already
been
talked about-
45 minutes. We've been going on
Yes.
about.
I was at a podcast
Yeah.
earlier.
How long has this podcast been so far?
1 hour and 2 minutes.
1 hour and 2 minutes. All right, cool.
Oh, we
Well, this
doing
will be
good.
the last 20 minutes. Perfect.
Yeah.
How we do, right? Yeah. It's, I mean, shit, dude. I will say, like, for real, that shit is hard to grasp. Like, it's hard to talk about sometimes. It's easy on stage, though, I realize. Like, on stage, it's so much easier because I can be funny about it. It's just traumatizing. That's it, man.
Well, say what it is. I didn't tell people what it is.
Oh, yeah.
Tell people
I
what
didn't
happened.
tell them. I thought you did tell them.
I didn't. I said
So
a
I got-
horrible
yeah.
thing happened. I led up to it, but I didn't say because I feel like it's your.
Yeah, I
Because
got
I
it.
don't even know the whole story.
Oh, no. So I got salted with hot oil.
You got salted with hot oil,
And,
So you were-
and bleach was coming up next.
and you
bro.
were sleeping.
I was sleeping. Had
This was December 28th or something.
29th.
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 So
in the
to take,
morning.
if you could take me
Yeah,
through it, I'm gonna get
we
real
left
open on
We
you.
were at Durno's actually. You know
You were at
crazy?
Durno's, the
so
bar
we
next to
closed
Galway.
out Durno's. Yeah. Yeah, we got kicked out of Galway.
And who was the person who did this? You don't have to say the name. You can't say the name.
I can't say it.
It's a woman.
It's a woman.
You were dating or did date or?
We were dating.
Okay.
We dated, but it was over.
It was over. All right. Yeah, I didn't want you to say her name. I wasn't gonna.
No.
No,
yeah.
I would never. I would
We
never.
dated,
ask
and then it was over, and I don't even know why the hell I went. Well, we'll get into that.
that. Okay. So you closed down Durno's. This is December
closed down
29th.
Durno's. I'm with Toomey at this point.
Okay, Kristen Toomey's been on the podcast a few
Yes.
times. Everyone loves her.
Me and Toomey talked a bunch. So then we left. Well, I left. I was like, I'm gonna leave because I got like a message of like, oh, basically come get your shit. And I was like, fuck, it's too. I knew it was too late, but I wanted to get my shit anyway. And at this point, I'm like, I'm drunk and I'm aggressive, and I'm feeling some type of way. And I end up going there. It's the dumbest shit ever to do that shit. Get up there and
So
it's
you
chill.
went to the girl's place.
Yeah, went to the girl's place.
She wasn't at Durno's. I'm just trying.
She wasn't at she wasn't at Durno's, not at all. Go over there and it's chill at first. Like it's, it wasn't like what I thought it would be, especially for the message I got. I was like, okay, I thought it was gonna be aggressive, but it wasn't. Mind you, my phone dies before this entire thing. Right, so phone's dead. But I do get in. I do get into the place. Get up there, everything's chill. Now I'm drunk as shit at this point. Like it's fucking 5. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. I gotta stop doing that goofy ass shit.
There's a time you go to bed. Kids.
Yeah, bro. I gotta stop. You can't close down bars, bro. Take your ass home, for real. That shit is like 5. So I'm leaving. I get there, fall asleep, cause I'm drunk. She charges my phone. Goes through it. Gets pissed, for whatever reason, whatever she saw. Can't judge her level of madness for whatever she saw. So then she also at this point she's texting these people as me.
Wow.
Yes, bro. I didn't find that shit out until like later. So then,
did you find that out when you were in the hospital?
Yes.
Like,
bro.
oh man, how much worse could it get?
I was like, my God, what am I dealing with?
Wow.
Shit's insane. So then I'm like, all right, cool. Well, I'm asleep at this point, so I don't feel shit. I don't know what's going on. I'm just having and you know what? The last good sleep I probably had for a minute, bro. I was in it hard. Man, I was out hard, dog. I was drunk.
And most
I was
likely,
high as shit. I was high as hell. I smoked a bunch of weed before that.
the worst wake up call.
Man,
ever, though, huh?
bro, let me tell you something. If you ever, that's the biggest blown high I've had in my life. Usually it's a cop pulling you over or some shit like that. But this shit woke me up hard. She hit me with the cold water first, then hit me with the shit, and then she had bleach in her hand too, like ready. So I just smacked the bleach out of her hand.
One more time for the listeners, what was the shit that she hit you with?
Oil.
So it was hot cooking oil.
I want to say hot cooking oil too, cause these are 3rd degree burns.
So you have 3rd degree burns over your arm.
This arm, cause she didn't hit everything.
Yeah.
She got some sprinkles on like.
Yeah, I could see right there.
Yeah.
I don't know if the camera.
So some of it isn't as bad. For some, like, she told.
I'm gonna move this candle away from you just out of courtesy.
Don't ignite.
Who lit this? Who fucking lit this? Guys,
Toby.
God damn it, I forgot what I was saying.
I'm sorry, I ruined it with that.
No, you were explaining the hot oil.
So you got the
oil. Hot oil.
So
and also, here's the thing.
Water is to wake you up, I guess?
What I heard, apparently she talked to one of my good friends. I won't put him on blast either, but they were saying like even the cops when I was pressing charges were saying like it was hot water, but then looking back on my reports, none of it says it was hot water. And also the way this arm looks, this is like I would never get like skin back.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be white as fuck.
So you think she boiled up some oil?
Well, yeah, I think in her sleep, bro. Like in her sleep. Well, in my sleep. In my
sleep.
Not in her sleep.
So she reads text messages, doesn't like what she has to see, and then it's just like, fuck this guy.
But then
fuck
replying
you,
to him too, though.
And then replied to them. This woman, I hope she doesn't get real money because she's going to kill the last of the giraffes.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
She is, right?
You got to give her the narcissistic personality inventory test.
Bro, she is.
Should be at 20.
James knows exactly who this person is.
Yep.
And
I was kind of trying to warn you.
Bro,
from
I
day
think
one.
James was trying.
You gotta tell me who
I
it is
think a
off
bunch.
air.
I will.
Off record. Cause
Off record, of course. Yeah, 'cause
bro,
you're dealing with
James
some of that.
was trying to. I think everybody was low key trying to.
Yeah, it wasn't just me.
Yeah, I don't think it was. No, it wasn't just you.
No.
It was just off.
We
No,
saw
off.
the lights on this train from miles away, dude.
Yeah,
you
bro.
gotta listen to
I
people.
tweaked, man. I just fucking tweaked.
You might have one friend who says something like, all right, but when it's multiple people, you're like, okay, I gotta get off this ride.
Bro, yeah, man.
So what happened next?
So I get woken up, oil, wake up, bleach, see the bleach.
What was the bleach meant to do?
Bro, because
Make
it'll
it
fuck
worse?
you up. Yes.
Yeah, all right.
It'll fuck you up.
The
It's an open
the
wound.
level of
Yeah, it
which
can
she
seep
went
into
Bro.
your
through
bloodstream
this.
and kill you.
Yeah,
You're
bro.
lucky she didn't cut your dick off while you slept.
Bro, I'm lucky you didn't hit my
You're lucky
dick.
you didn't hit your face.
You know how happy I am?
Oh, man.
Bro,
yeah.
I believe in God now, son. That nigga's real. He looked out. He had my back. Bro, he had my back. The Lord. Bro, Jehovah. I fuck with you, son. No face. Like neck area.
Yeah.
But who needs a neck, really?
Who needs a neck?
For real.
Fucking neck, man.
Yeah, nobody sees a neck
You
ever.
fuck with your dick, you don't fuck with your neck.
Exactly. yeah, you don't.
You don't. You really don't. Wow.
So anyway, also the weirdest thing is like, so when I woke up, is like adrenaline hits you. I didn't feel the shit. Initially, I didn't feel it at all.
Well,
Really,
you were drunk and high, so that might have helped. I feel like, right?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
numb. I was semi-numb until I didn't feel it enough to be like, oh shit, I gotta wake up. This is a sensation.
Yeah,
Like a different one than I was having before.
sure.
So I woke up, and I felt something, but it wasn't like actual like, oh shit, I'm burning. I was just like, oh, what's the next move? What's the next move? Because then she throws the phone at me, and then I see the bleach, I smack that out of her hand, and I'm like, what's the next? And adrenaline just hit you so hard. I'm like, what else do I do? Like, do I dip? Do I hit her? And thank God, bro, I didn't I opened handed her. I guess I don't know, maybe I should say that, but I did it because I had
No,
You were
that's a
defending yourself.
survival
at this
thing.
fucking point,
You're defending
Even the
yourself.
saw the
biggest
bleach
feminist
and
in
I'm
the
like,
world
bro,
wouldn't be
and I was
like, no, you're
fuck.
bad. You
I was
have
like,
to.
I was like, bro,
Yeah.
I slapped her. People were like, did you punch her? I was like, bro, I didn't think to punch her. I just knew I had to move my hand and do something.
You had to get her out of the way.
You had to do something.
So I'm
That's-
running
come on.
around trying to grab my pants and shit, trying to grab all my belongings, right? Because it was hot as fuck in that house.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm asleep in shorts, and I'm sleeping on the couch, bro. This is in the couch.
Yeah.
And I got these shorts on, so that's why it hit my leg. So I got
Hope she ruined her couch.
Huh?
I hope she ruined her couch.
She did though. That what's so crazy? She might be happy about that shit too.
I'm sure she's.
Who
very
knows?
happy
It
about
might be
everything.
like a little fucking trophy or some shit.
Oh,
Yup.
God, man.
I got a piece of Michael's skin in my couch.
What? You went to the hospital then, right?
Yeah, bro,
Did you
I
take an
did.
Uber or how'd you get
No,
there?
so I run out the building, get to the elevator, get inside the elevator, I leave. The funniest shit though. This is the funniest shit. Oh man, I love this part. It is, cause it is like in hindsight, it was so funny how oblivious people can be.
So what's going on around?
Yeah, exactly. Cause people's problems, your problems would never be another motherfucker's problems,
Nope.
and you can't be mad about that. I'm running out of this place, bro. They got a doorman, right? And he goes, "Have a good day, brother." And in my head, I'm like, "Is he fucking crazy? Have a good day?"
Wow.
This is the worst. It is the worst day. This one, and he's so happy and chill. I run out. I think about, and this point my phone is on 8%, so I got to make a decision quick. Chose to smoke a Newport. I smoked my Newport, and then it was my last one, so I was like, let me get right. So I get right. I called my mom, bro. It's the first call I made. My mom.
I get that.
Yeah, called her. I was like, give me a lift. I was broke as fuck at the time, and I was like, man, I need this lift.
She
yelling.
got there right away.
No, she's yelling at me. At first she was like mad. My mom was
Well,
like,
it's 6 in the morning, 5:30 in the morning. What time it is.
yeah,
I get it.
it was like 7.
It's a weird phone call to get.
And she was like, you always do this, and I was like, I'm burnt. Then she got it, and I get in the lift. And James, I'm gonna say this just for you too.
All right.
This is the real shit. This is also, you probably like this. She sends me a picture of the lift, bro, and at this point, the shock of the adrenaline starting to kind of wear off, so I can start feel the wind's hitting these wounds too, kind of.
Ah, yeah.
So I can feel the pain. but I'm still trying to be funny. And she sends, not even trying to be funny, she sends me this fucking, the picture of the Uber, and this dude has no profile picture. For one, and I'm thinking like, this is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I was like you, like your job is to have a profile picture, right?
You have to have a face to drive.
Yes. And then I see his name, and the shit looks like a cheat code, Joe.
Wow.
Like a cheat code. No vowels. Not one vowel. Shit look crazy. And I get in, it's an Indian dude, and I was like, cool, I get it. But I was like, man, put a picture up so I don't surprise me like that, son. That's crazy. We get in there.
A cheat code.
Yes. Shit look like a cheat code, bro. I can't decipher that, man.
That's hilarious.
Can't even pronounce that. So I get in there anyway. And then, so at this point, I'm fucking, you can like smell it too. Cause I can smell myself once I got home, but you could smell like when you cook it.
Like
you
burning flesh?
Yeah, you can smell it. Bro, it smells like bacon. I smell like bacon. Maybe it was the beer.
It smelled delicious.
I smell
to
good.
some people.
It was,
yes.
yeah, it was a lot. It was all the beer from Durnos.
beer battered bacon.
Beer battered bacon, yeah. So he's sniffing around, and he was like, he goes, are you cooking? And I'm like, well, I wasn't cooking, but
Yeah.
I am cooking, I guess, in a sense.
Roasting.
Yeah, I'm roasting up.
Yeah.
But I also didn't want to talk much because I'm like,
Yeah, you're going through some
Yeah,
shit
I'm like,
mentally. You have
yeah.
to explain it to.
but I didn't want to
Cheat
like
code
say
over
that young cheat code.
Young cheat code.
That'd be a
Young
great,
cheat code.
that'd be a
Remember
great
that,
MC,
man.
right?
Yes, if any of y'all steal it, I want $45 every time you drop a song. Every time. No, but yeah, so
So
we
he
get to
takes
the
you
hospital.
closest hospital, right?
No, he takes me to my mom's house.
Oh shit.
And then we ended up going to the hospital, which was we went to St. Fran. Can I say names?
Yeah.
Of hospitals?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I went to St. Francis in Rogers Park, and they were not equipped.
Yeah, I don't think that would
They
matter.
were
Right?
not ready
Yeah.
for what they were seeing. So like for
Sure.
real, I think motherfuckers was like. Remember I told you that I thought motherfuckers was Googling what to do
Yeah.
when they saw me.
Yeah.
I really thought that. Like somebody looked. Maybe it was just like a text message, but like as soon as
I think they write down your stuff in phone now because they do
you
digital.
think so,
Yeah. They don't do charts the same way
bro? I
anymore.
thought somebody was Googling, bro.
Maybe though. They might.
They
No,
might have been
no.
like, "What do we do?"
I
No,
doubt it. It's a
Nah,
it's
they're
a-
trained professionals.
Fucking
They
St.
can't do
Francis,
this shit.
dog.
Yeah, They
It's a
can't do that
competent
shit.
hospital,
Rogers
but you
Park,
had to go to a
that's-
better one.
I had to go to
Decent neighborhood?
Yeah, I had to go to like a burn unit. I had to go to a good burn unit.
Yes.
Loyola Medical
Loyola,
Center.
which is very good.
Amazing.
Here's
Thank
where
y'all.
I step into
Shout
the
out to
story.
y'all. Yes. Go ahead, John.
You made a post. You updated people, and the pictures were pretty scary because you're just covered in gauze and all
Oh, yeah.
that stuff. You're wrapped up completely from like the neck and your arms and everything.
Yeah.
And so everyone's like, "Oh fuck yeah, he got burned up pretty bad." And you just said the person who shall remain nameless and all this stuff, and you're the worst pain you've ever had and all this kind of stuff. And then at the end of it, you said, "Send me your prayers and Skittles."
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And when I saw the post, when I first read the post, there was already 100 comments.
Yeah.
So I went through every comment to find out what hospital you were staying,
Yeah.
and no one asked. Not one person was like,
No,
hey, what
nobody was
hospital?
like, yeah.
And I was like, and then my comment was, I went through 100 comments, and not one of you fucking assholes asked what hospital is that. And then I said, listen, he can't eat your prayers. The man needs Skittles. Damn it! Like, what are you doing? And then a bunch of people started liking that post, and then you commented with the address. I'm over here, and I'm like, okay, yeah, Maywood. I know where Loyal is.
That
All
was
right,
that
cool.
was fun. You want
So
to talk
then-
about when you showed up?
Yeah, so I then go
that was
the
that
next
was
day.
So funny.
I think the next day, or maybe the next day or two, I went to like a Walgreens and bought like 4 boxes of Skittles.
Thank you for those, by the way.
Of course, man, no problem. And I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm going to bring you Skittles, damn it, I'm bringing you Skittles. And here's the thing about me though. I've always, anyone who knows me, anyone who's grown up with me know this.
Hate hospital.
I'm bad, which is funny because my wife's a nurse. I get real queasy when I get a shot.
Yeah.
Like I got to get it's like a flu shot and then something else because I had to get it before my son was born and my wife's pregnant and she's doing May, so I got to get it before the next one's born.
Okay.
When I got it the last time, I got real faint.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thanks, man. I get
Hell
real
yeah.
faint. I've fainted after shots before. In high school, this woman, it was like a drinking driving awareness week and like drugs and alcohol awareness thing, and this woman told this graphic, detailed story of going through a windshield in a drunk driving accident, and was so graphic that I had to get up in front of everyone, and I was pale, and I'm already pale. I was more pale than than anyone should be allowed to be.
Right.
And I walked across to go get water, and I remember like later throughout the day, I was a freshman, all the seniors were like, "Oh, you're the fucking kid who puked, right?" This guy you passed out. What'd you do, man? Like, because I walked through the whole school saw me like stumbling because I was about to pass out to throw some water in my face. So I've always been that guy, and I think I'm getting better with it. And because I visited my uncle had to go to the hospital for a thing like over the summer, and I was able to visit him. And I'm like, I think I'm getting better. And then I went to yours to give you, and then I went up to the top floor, and just the words "burn unit" started to make me a little queasy. It's not a fucking fun thing. It's like you got to go up to the burn unit. And even the security guard even said it like you got to go to the burn unit. Like he was like angry about it.
He was aggressive.
He was a little too like you got to
It's the burn unit, son.
Yeah, he was this guy. He was a Hispanic guy, and he made it like. Burn unit, man. Like I don't know. He just made it like just the way.
Oh my god!
I remember just being like, "All right, man, chill out." Like it's not. And then I get off the elevator, and the doors were weird, and there wasn't like a front desk.
No,
so the doors open like this weird. One door goes that way, the other goes this way. It's a weird
like
sideways.
In a corner.
Yeah. So I get off, and I'm kind of like, I get this bag of Walgreens Skittles, like a big Walgreens bag of Skittles, man. Like, all right, which way to? The room was like 3 something or 7 3 something, And I'm like, all right. And then I take like a step one way, and a door swung open, and there was a dude that was
fucked up.
He was
Bad,
bad.
Oh, you talking about bro?
You see the one guy?
Yes, with the face.
The face.
The face, right?
No,
bro. That dude healed me, bro. Because I was like, you'll be fucking fine, fam.
Yeah.
Like, you'll figure this shit the fuck out.
So that started to make me go, ooh, I should have seen that.
That's a lot.
So
yeah, that's a lot. Also, don't put him at the front door, bro.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, put him in the fucking back, bro.
Jesus.
They probably put him there just to like make everyone feel better. The further in they go,
Yeah.
you're like, oh no, okay,
God.
okay.
They got some guy who burned himself on a waffle maker, and he's like, you know what? I think I'm good. We don't need to check in. This is a waste of insurance. I'm fine.
Skid grass.
Some Vaseline, I'll be all right.
It's like, I'll get like a balm on it or something. I'll be all right. It's Kramer. Spilled coffee on himself. Fucking shit. So seeing that, and I got a little, all right, I'm like, I can do this. I'm going to power through it. And then I went through another set of doors, and this woman's like, whoa, you got to scrub up and gown up. And I'm like, wait, what? I got to put a gown and scrub up? And I'm like, yeah, and put a mask on. And I'm like, oh, this is getting way too official. And then I was like, I'll be honest with you. I know the signs. I'm getting a little woozy.
Yeah.
Could you give this to Michael Robinson? I think he's just a little bit down the hall. And this woman was like, oh, you're feeling like faint? And I'm like, yeah. And she's like, oh, no problem. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Because they probably dealt with that.
They
so
have,
like, get
bro.
the fuck out of here.
She comes in. And
like when my wife got the epidural, they're like, you got to leave the room.
Oh.
Like, they were like.
I don't blame you, bro. Like,
I felt bad. And then I remember like on my way to the parking garage being like, you fucking asshole. Like you're such a little, I was berating myself being like, you're such a bitch. How the fuck could you not? You know what I mean? This poor guy just went through all this shit, and you couldn't just pop in and say, hey, how you doing, man? Here's some Skittles. Like, I couldn't do that. And then you messaged me. Your message was hilarious because I was like just about to start my car. I was in the parking garage there. And you Facebook messaged me saying, hey, thanks for the Skittles. Sorry it got real.
yeah, shit
got too real for it. I'm like, no, I did, man. I felt bad, though.
Dude, the nurse came in. She was just like, these are from Joe. She said Joe. And I was like, Joe? I was like, Joe who? She was like, comedian. And I was like, oh. I was like, Joe. I was like, what does he look like? And she was like, white dude. And I was like, you going to come. Yeah. I was like, big? You can't just say Joe, white dude, and then comedian. And
I was hoping she was like, really good looking, actually. I could.
She said slimmer, and I started, it got closer. And she mentioned like your hand styles and stuff. And I was like, oh, Kilgallon tried to come through.
Yeah.
Then that's when I hit you up.
Yeah, I felt bad, man.
Don't feel bad.
I hope you enjoed the Skittles.
I did. I
hope you didn't get a cavity. But you didn't spoil your supper around.
Nah, dude. I still got all this. Actually, I do want to say thank you to everybody that that was, and also just the whole scene.
Yeah, man.
God damn, man.
This is a good scene for stuff like that. I feel like everyone rallies real well.
Yeah,
it definitely makes all the bickering about stupid shit get put in the rear view.
Yeah, just
right?
but that's like just, I guess
that's natural.
Yeah,
People,
it's natural. People gonna fight.
Families fight.
Family fight. But this shit does feel like a family, and you guys show it every time.
So, dude, you're on your way to recovery.
I'm doing good.
Didn't get the face,
man.
Didn't get the dick. You got
didn't get the face.
You got a great mom.
I cannot, bro. Okay.
So I think
should I say this? Maybe I won't. That's too honest. Should we talk about the trauma before I get out of here?
The trauma?
Sure.
This is trauma aspect of it?
Yeah.
If you're okay with doing it.
Okay,
this is live right now.
Because
I've done the recorded podcast where later people have said, can you edit that? I can't edit it if it's live.
No.
So I don't know if it's safe. James.
I don't think people are going to judge
if
you
you
for
don't
being
name
traumatized
names.
for something
Nah, it's
traumatic.
just like, okay, it's just like sleeping, and this is another
Yeah,
thing.
you have
talk
trouble
about
sleeping?
that.
Sleeping is fucked up right now.
I thought you said trial.
No, trauma.
Oh,
no, not the
trauma.
trial.
I thought you said
I
trial.
would
I didn't know
never
if there
talk
was
about the trial.
I
That's
was
dumb.
like,
no, I didn't say
no,
trial.
dude.
No.
Don't, yeah, you can talk about your trauma. Go
No,
ahead,
the trauma's
man.
fucked up. Okay, I will say this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I realized how much I miss getting an erection, bro. This shit's crazy.
Sure.
I can't get that.
Yeah.
But also, maybe because of the pills.
It's the pills. I'm sure it's just the pills, man.
Probably the pills.
It'll come back.
Yeah.
Could you take like you need some blue pills? You know what I mean?
Blue pills.
Some Blue Chew?
Some blue
Blue
chew.
Chew?
Hit up
What's
Marty
Blue
DeRosa? Some
Yeah.
Blue Chew?
But
What's
wait,
blue
don't knock them because we could get a sponsor. We might be able to get them.
I'm promoting them
yeah,
to
we're
a person
promoting
we
them.
know.
What the fuck is
Please
Blue
buy
Chew?
Blue Chew.
It's like this new Viagra type thing. It's like gum
It's
you
like
chew.
Flintstone
it
vitamins for your
gets
dick.
Gum and it gets you hard.
gets you there,
Yeah,
man. It's like,
baby.
yeah, I heard it tastes great.
Yeah.
Blue Chew, everybody.
You heard? Oh, you did it.
I didn't
You
do
did
it.
it,
I
Joe.
didn't do it. No, I was gonna say.
it.
I didn't know what I was doing
Yes.
there. No, I didn't. But someone I know who's done it said it's fantastic. Blue Chew. Look at that camera. Look at this camera. Let's go back and forth between us both. Thumbs up, Blue Chew. All right, Blue Chew. Yeah.
Blue Chew.
Free spot. This one's free, Blue Chew. Next week you're
Next
gonna
week,
let's work
Cat-
together.
couple-
a little,
couple G's.
Throw that money at us.
throw some money.
Yeah,
at
but
us.
I mean, after all that, shit's,
But so you're healing. What's the rehab like? Is there like a rehab for it? Do you have to
yeah,
pour like
so
ointments on yourself?
ointments, therapy,
Have you tried aloe?
like aloe vera.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like every old man being like,
Have you
"Just put
tried
some aloe on it."
But low key, maybe I should. I don't know. But so I did get like this pretty good soap from Schwann's parents. Actually.
Oh, nice,
Yeah,
nice. That's
shout
great.
out to those beautiful human beings.
Good people. The
Good
McGregors.
people. Yeah, the McGregors, man. Shout out to Juan and Walter. Amazing people. Donkey soap, bro. I think it's donkey milk. I think it's donkey milk or donkey soap. Shit is amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, bro.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's amazing. It's fucking great.
That sounds like something would be good for your dick.
Yeah.
Right?
I hope so. I might still have to
Use a little donkey soap lube or some shit. I don't know.
donkey
We're
soap.
getting silly at this part now.
Yeah,
but
we get silly.
I like that you're turning, I think that's one of the beautiful things
Oh, yeah.
about comedy is you turn tragedy into comedy,
Yeah,
right?
it's
So
only 10 minutes.
everyone told me about your set when you came back and how hard you killed, and how like people are like, "Oh my God, it's amazing!" And you started doing that hashtag Stay Crispy, which I think is like the best because you could either you could let it affect you in a negative way and be like, "Look how unlucky I am! Look at all this," or you could say, "You know what? Fuck this shit. I'm gonna take this and turn it into like
Something
my power.
different. Yeah.
Right? I'm gonna take power over what happened to
Exactly.
me, and I'm gonna get some content out of it. I'm gonna make it funny.
Yeah.
And, that way, if anyone else out in the crowd who's going through something like this, they know, hey, you're not, all that kind of stuff.
It'll be all right at least. Like, I mean, shit's fucked up, but
No, it's totally
it's
fucked
not all
up. Yeah,
fucked
no
up.
one's.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like
you're
all
alive
fucked
though.
up. Yeah.
Like I
That's what I'm
try.
saying. Exactly.
You got to look
bro.
at the
dick
plus side of it.
dick
right?
and face.
You could be the
Dick
guy
and
at the
face.
front of the burn ward.
Bro,
So
You could be the dude who's
I'd have been
scaring people
so
out of
mad,
visiting
fam. Having to fucking wash my face. You crazy?
Yeah.
Hell no, Lord. Thank
Yeah,
you.
man. So
Thank you,
yeah, so
John.
I'm glad you're better. Everyone's glad you're better. Let me ask you this though. This is the last thing, and we'll plug wherever you want to plug. You people took pictures of you in your first show back, which is so crazy. By the way, you took 5 days off essentially.
Yeah.
A lot of people would be like, I'm not ready, all this stuff. But you're like, no, fuck that. That stage is mine.
I
I'm
just
gonna get
couldn't.
back up
Yeah, I
there."
couldn't sit up. So I was about to hit up Curtis, and
Well, that's what I was gonna ask. Curtis was sitting on one side of the stage, and Dale was on the other.
yeah.
Why were they sitting on the corners of the stage?
So I kind of like made that a bit where I was like, I had Dale because I had my jacket on because I was self conscious. I didn't know if I wanted to take my jacket off
Oh,
or
I got
keep
you.
it on. But then I was like, in case I do want to take it off, Dale was the only person I was like, Dale, you should come up and take my jacket off. He was like, yeah, I'll do it. So he took my jacket off and he was about to walk down. I was like, Dale, just sit right there just in case this crazy bitch comes back. And I looked over and I was like, oh, it's 2 stairs. I was like, can I get Curtis to come over there and watch this too? Because this bitch is crazy. I'm like, yeah, so that's the reason. So it's like part of the bit, kind of, but like,
they
like
were your
impromptu.
bodyguards.
Yeah, my
Beautiful,
bodyguards,
beautiful. All right,
Yeah.
man.
Curtis saw me get a wash.
Get
Oh,
it
man.
washed.
Yeah, Curtis had to sit in for that shit.
Oof.
Yeah, bro.
Like you didn't leave the room while they bathed you?
Hell no, Curtis is G, bro. Y'all need to listen.
I love Curtis. Curtis is the
Y'all
best.
gotta respect this man. He's
amazing.
Real,
Curtis
bro.
Flag, everyone.
So real.
I'm a huge fan of Curtis.
So real. Sat through the whole thing. He be using his phone a little bit too.
But in my look in my head, I'm like,
I don't know. He wasn't watching the whole shit. I'm pretty sure he was like, oh damn.
well, real quick.
I'm sure he peeked.
Yeah.
But he stood in the room. Though.
And
He was in the room.
again, we both talked about how much we love Curtis. But I like how you're like, he's a G, and I go, he could be a G and still be like, oh, you're getting bathed. I'm gonna go stand outside for a few minutes, answer a couple emails. Let me know when you're done getting washed. I'll come back in the room. I don't know why he's like, no man, I got you.
He was sitting there watching.
Make sure you wash that part of his elbow. Like, why was he still standing in there?
just it was so weird because like it's
Maybe he felt more awkward being like, oh shit, I'll get out of here.
believe-
Maybe it was like, I'll just be on my phone.
yeah, like it was chill.
It's not like you were naked. They were just changing some
Yeah,
bandages.
just changing
and stuff.
managers,
Yeah,
and
all
we had
right.
to sit there and watch.
He's still a G.
I know people are squirmish. And,
Well, I know you know how I am, so I
Well,
would have been out of the room big time right there.
Okay.
But. All right, where could everyone find you? Where could everyone?
what do I do?
What do you want to
Instagram?
plug? You got
Oh.
Instagram. Do whatever you want. Instagram,
Yeah,
Twitter.
Instagram, yeah.
Aren't you have a podcast too now, right?
Yeah, but I'm taking a break for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll get there.
We'll get back there. We'll be back. We'll be
Well,
back.
okay,
soon.
okay, we'll be on the lookout for that. In the meantime, follow Michael on Twitter. What's your Twitter handle?
At Mike the Comic, Facebook.
Mike.comic, DA.
Yeah, Mike DA Comic.
Mike the Comic. That's really easy to follow.
Um,
Smart man on that one.
Instagram, Mike DA Comic. SoundCloud, Mike DA Comic. I don't rap.
All that stuff. I'll share those links too.
Yeah.
You have to
But
put
I
your
mean,
SoundCloud out
and then
there.
I don't know if you want to come to CYSK on the 30th. Come to that.
Hell yeah, definitely come
Come
on
on
to
that.
everyone.
Definitely check out Joe's recording.
I got
as
my
well,
album
too.
recording February 9th. I'm
Yep.
going to need you guys to come on out for that one. I'm doing 2 shows, 7 and 9:30 p.m. If you go to my website, I could link them there for you. It's just joekilgallon.brownpapertickets.com. And message me. If you listen to this podcast, message me directly. I could give you a
If you
promo
watch
code.
it.
If you're watching right now and you're listening to this podcast, message me after hearing this. I have a promo code that I'm sharing with select cool people that'll save you a couple bucks on the tickets. So hit me up and I'll give you the promo code.
Fuck yeah.
You know how to hit me up, everyone. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whichever one, I'll answer you. Again, everyone, thank you so much for listening to. Well, you got one more thing you want to
One
plug?
more thing.
Yeah, go for it.
Every goddamn Thursdays, as you know. Every
Oh, hell yeah.
Thursdays, baby. Stand up,
right.
stand up.
Thank you, sir.
Come get that juice. Come get that water.
Stand up at Little Olive Lounge
Correct.
in Wicker Park, everyone.
1540 North Milwaukee Avenue.
It's a great
in
spot.
the basement.
I
Good
might
wings.
want to.
The best wings.
I wouldn't say the best wings.
Brody Stevens said they're the best wings.
For real?
Oh,
all right,
dog.
all right, let me go with
Brody
that.
Stevens is a good dude. I like Brody a lot. All right, well, that's been the podcast, everyone. Thanks for listening. Give James Webb one more time.
Hey.
Put him over Productions, this great studio we get to record this out of. This has been Kilgallon's Pub. Cheers.
Peace. Hell yeah. This is fun, bro.
Thanks, man.
I like
That was
this.
a fun one.